into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Very good morning, you beautiful souls. Welcome to it. My name is Graham Richards. You are live with Expresso. Start of a brand new month, a host of new opportunities. How are you going to positively influence the world today? We have an opportunity to take just one step in the right direction as Brother Man steps in the right direction. Good morning, son. How are you doing?
Happy October.
Happy October. Can you believe?
Are you Octobering?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I might actually give it a go. Yeah,
like
man. Hey, man, I'm a parent. You know, every month is October, to be quite honest. Exciting times. Why? Because the year is almost done and dusted. Can you believe it? Can you believe this year has flown by this quickly?
This is the third last month of the year. We're literally into the last stretch right now.
And it's going to be like, pa.
Absolutely.
Suddenly, pa, and it's going to be gone now.
Yeah. What do you like to do at the start of a new month? I know, like, people go, new month, new goals, new me.
I take bags of my money and I just throw it up in the air and I like dance around. No, obviously not. I'm kind of... I get pumped up by fresh new things all the time. So a change of season, I love it. A change of week, I love it. So I'm actually pretty good even on a Monday. So a new month, when it starts, I quite like that kind of shift in focus. And I've been really focusing on the whole mindfulness thing and kind of having all of those goals as opposed to having a long list of things. Just have that, my general kind of state of being about what I want to achieve. And I think this month I'm going to achieve a lot. But
that is excellent. I actually put Graham up to a challenge yesterday. It was like a mini suggestion of a challenge that while everyone is Octobering, which is great, how about going a whole month of drinking nothing but water? No, look, obviously
I've already failed. I've already had coffee, man.
You already had coffee?
I've already had a sneaky coffee on.
You can start now if you really
start now.
Imagine, could you possibly do that? A whole month of drinking nothing but water, as in the liquids you consume.
I can imagine we would be like monks. We'd be like monks in our
I wonder what would happen to your body.
It can only be a good thing. Maybe you got some cool new things you want to adopt going into a new month. What are you going to be doing for October? Are you going to be Octobering? I suppose we can also start thinking about the end of the year now. When you
definitely.
Check how happy you are. You are like...
I'm looking like I'm in the end of the year mode already. So, what are you planning for your December holidays? And I think this would be a very, very good time. All those vacation holiday destination organizations are putting forth their new specials and deals. So now would be a good time to book. And don't wait until, like, the 1st of December and then
I'm like that. I'm that guy. And then I end up taking a holiday in, like, March next year because I can't book it. But this is what I'm going to do in December.
Yeah? A lot of that.
I'm going to be like...
well, you know what? The weather's going to be good, so you could be doing that all December long. But let's get you prepped for the day and take a look at what the weather looks like all around the country.
Oh, very good morning to you. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show from our W Beauty Room, where the face beat happens, the beautification ceremony takes place, and that's all for Thabiso. We haven't even begun to start with me because I woke up like this.
It takes a bit of work to get this face done. Yes, it does. That's right. I'm good. So good to see you.
Thank you. You too. Happy Tuesday.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well, my name is Thabiso Makubela, and this beautiful lady sitting right next to me is Leanne Williams. It's going to be such a fun time. But we're going to hook you up with a bit of a weather update on those major parts of the country so you know exactly what to wear. We start off in Johannesburg today, where times of cloud and sun with a light northeasterly breeze for the duration of the day can be expected. And towards the evening, partly cloudy conditions are expected with low humidity. And if you're out in Durban, it's partly sunny, intervals of sunshine and clouds with nice warm temperatures for you over there. A southerly breeze can be expected throughout the day, but it will die down towards the evening as cloud cover increases increases. And if you're out in Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, partly sunny conditions with a stray morning shower and a southwesterly wind. And as the evening approaches, cloud cover will increase and wind changes directions. Now, humidity will remain steady throughout the day. The mother city, Cape Town, mainly cloudy conditions with a southeasterly wind for the entire day. Cloud cover will slightly decrease towards the evening and humidity will increase, and that means we get to enjoy a bit of a break from the rain. Put those umbrellas away. And that's what it's looking like in those major parts of the country. Hopefully that sets you up in terms of what you're going to be wearing today, hey?
I love that. Thank you so much. Now I know what I need to expect for the rest of the day and also going into the evening as well.
Absolutely.
Do I take a jacket? Do I not? Is it going to be cool? Is it going to be warm?
Yeah.
Hooking us
Hopefully
up.
it doesn't change for Cape Town. Hopefully no rain. Hopefully that umbrella
Probably will. The mother city kind of
does
does
that. It goes. Listen, I need to just sort out some business. I'll see you in a bit.
But aren't you going to introduce our guest today?
I mean, I will, but like
Okay.
before I do that, after that, I'll leave. Now, we know that St. John's had such an incredible run. Following the sold-out success of Volume 1, W Beauty has decided to collaborate once more with makeup maestro to the stars, St. John, to release the much-awaited and exclusive Volume 2 collection. Now, this collection truly celebrates the modern South African woman. It's all about that. It's giving her the platform to express herself, to celebrate her flaws, and really to boost her self-esteem. Now, here in studio with us to create a Sir John look for our very own Leanne Williams is Precious Baba. Precious is a makeup artist to the stars in her own right.
Good morning, my love. How are
Precious,
you?
so wonderful to see you. You are a ray of sunshine. How are you doing?
Great, thanks and you.
So good, so
Thank you,
good.
thanks for having me.
So you're going to be sorting her out.
yes.
I'm going to
So
leave you
excited,
in the
no
very
problem.
capable hands of Precious.
Okay. Ciao. Hello, my darling. Very good, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I am so excited. Look, Sir John is the ultimate. I
know,
love
right?
him. We're all obsessed with him. He's been to South Africa numerous times. And of course, Volume 2.
Volume 2, I
It's
mean,
here.
the one was so great that you had to do a second one, right?
I know.
It's lovely.
Fabulous.
Hi guys, my name is Precious Baba, makeup artist.
What are we going to be
Lovely
doing
to be
today?
here. So I will be St. John is all about the skin, the glow, which I absolutely love. And this summer it's in trend.
Ooh, the glow up.
So that just the glowing skin to give your skin a bit of dimension.
Fabulous.
Which is so great. And he is all about that. So
He is all about it, yeah.
Right. And your makeup is looking lovely. Your skin is
Thank you
gorgeous.
so
really
much.
kept your skin.
So if you've just joined us this morning, this is Precious. She's going to be giving me a taste of what the Sir John range Volume 2 is all about. We're just taking my cheeks up to that
yes,
next level.
yes.
Why is a highlighter so important?
It gives your skin a natural glow.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
what we start off with is a soft contour, just to give your skin a bit of a dimension.
Nice.
Bring out those cheekbones.
Yeah.
So we really just blend. All right.
I love it. Bring out the cheekbones.
Bring out the cheekbones.
Yes.
And a bit of color as well. We'll be using the blush.
Yeah. What I love about Sir John is he's all about accentuating a woman's natural beauty. He's not
So
trying to
true.
hide it
No,
away.
no, not at
He's
all.
trying to just elevate it. What's already there, basically. He's just playing around with
It's
it a
so
little
great,
more.
eh?
Yeah, I love it.
Look at that. Just a little bit. And it's also, it doesn't have to be too much.
Yeah.
What we see, really. This is so great. Look at that color. Already I'm seeing, you see.
Ooh, yes, yes.
Add a bit of
Do
color.
the things. What are we going for next?
Highlighter.
Okay. Ooh,
Like
there
I said,
go.
remember, we using, wanting to give your skin that bit of dimension.
Yeah.
So this is just your highlighter, just on the top of the cheeks.
Giving me that sun-kissed look.
Sun-kissed look.
Without having to actually be in the sun.
Without actually having to be in the sun. And with this product, we can actually just pop it in there, bit of your chin, nose, forehead a bit,
Yeah.
and then blend it in.
And a tip is always, just from my point of view, always to wear sunscreen, even if you're going to be in the office. You never know at what point you're going to go out
definitely.
during the
It's so
day.
important.
Exactly.
Very
so make
important.
sure that you wear it underneath that makeup. This is so much fun. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. I really do.
And it really is. Oh, look at that.
Oh, shimmer, shimmer,
Look at
shimmer.
that.
I'm so excited.
Skin is popping. Look at that.
Can I see?
Yes, definitely.
Ooh. Oh, my word. Hello.
Just
This is
blend
me.
that. And I mean, don't you just love that the product is 100% vegan?
Yeah.
Beauty without cruelty.
Beauty without cruelty. That is my vibe right now. Absolutely loving it. So how does everybody at home get a chance to get in on all of this Sir John Volume 2 goodness? The Sir John Volume 2? Okay, so basically you can win Sir John Volume 2. All you have to do is recreate your favorite W Beauty and Sir John Volume 2 look like. Precious is basically done. This is just a taster.
Yes,
just a taster. And this is for you and a friend.
You and your friend, you can actually do your makeup on a friend or on yourself.
Yes.
And then take a picture. Hashtag Sir John Pick Me Up.
Exactly. Upload it to Instagram. Yes. Tag Woolworths. And of course, use the Sir John Pick Me.
And then,
yes, to win the full hamper of Volume 2 product. Now, the makeup maestro, Sir John, will choose the winner himself. And this is a limited and exclusive to Woolworths. So make sure that you get involved. That is absolutely amazing. Tabi, so come and tell me what you think of this face.
I was actually watching you from the screens outside here. You absolutely look gorgeous.
Yeah, he's probably going to want you to do the same thing for him as well.
Just definitely. No, everything.
I mean, I've got to sort it everywhere else. Leanne, you look absolutely amazing. Look at it. Just touching over here, bouncing off everywhere. I absolutely love it. Precious, well done. Now, Leanne looks absolutely amazing. And W Beauty and Sir John have given their customers the ability to create their own on-trend and modern beauty looks. It's possible for everyone. Volume 2 is sold exclusively at Woolworths stores, online and on the Woolies app. Get it now.
Thanks, guys. Great stuff. Leanne, you are looking absolutely magnificent.
Always.
Yeah, stunning. All right, well, let's get you started. Let's get you motivated for the day, okay? It is the 1st of October. Let's infuse some positivity in you.
And I love this, man. This is a powerful, positive message to send out. So we're saying beware of the power of positive outcomes via positive thoughts and positive actions.
Yeah.
You can manifest things in your life with the right kind of positive thoughts. Don't dwell on the negative. You will absolutely gain nothing from dwelling on the negative. As much as it feels like it's there and it's present and it has a kind of a presence in your life, just do it, wash away.
Yeah, because if you think about it, every action you take, whether it is lifting a mug of coffee to drink, it starts off with a thought. Some of those actions that we take are so well practiced that we don't even need to think about them anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like when it comes to making a cup of coffee, you already know how to make it because you've made it so many times. So
you're fixating on the coffee this morning, dude.
I really am. I really am.
Are you going to be able to let it go? I don't know if you're going to be able to let it go for a
while. 2 in the morning, okay? And then the rest of the day, all the liquids you take in
must be H2O.
It's just H2O.
Imagine all of the positive things that are going to happen in your body.
Hashtag H2O-tober. H2O-tober.
October.
You really, you know, it's October.
Thank you, gents. On that note, that's where we get this show started and get it on the road. First look at those news headlines. The Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamola, says the Special Investigation Tribunal will begin its work to recover billions of rands looted from the state today. Lamola said 14 billion rand could be recovered. The South African Police Service has embarked on a nationwide recruitment drive in an effort to bolster crime-fighting efforts. Police Minister says the government can't hire more officers due to economic restraints. In international news, the Duke of Sussex has paid tribute to a British soldier killed during a counter-poaching operation in Malawi. Prince Harry yesterday laid a wreath of 22-year-old Matthew Talbot, who was killed by an elephant in May. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has warned that oil prices may soar if the world does not act to deter Iran. He said failure to act could embolden Iran and lead to war, which he said would ruin the global economy. And finally, with the Rugby World Cup in Japan in full swing until November the 2nd, and 20 of the world's finest rugby nations showing off their skills, some of the biggest, strongest and toughest men on the planet are in action, as well as the heaviest. Weighing in at 151 kilograms, Tonga's Big Ben Tameifuna is comfortably the heaviest man at the tournament. Wales' Thomas Francis at 135 kilograms is the second heaviest, and Thomas, who holds a degree in mechanical engineering, might not use his qualification in the literal sense, but the big man can certainly engineer himself around around the scrum. Springboks Frans Malherbe and Eben Etzebeth, 124 and 123 kgs respectively, are not too shabby weight-wise as well. That's where we leave it for now. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
With that nice prelude to rugby, let's kick it off with the only game in our World Cup rugby watch yesterday. Scotland keeping their Rugby World Cup hopes alive, in fact, after registering a 34-0 bonus point win over a hapless Samoa in their Pool A clash at the Noavia Stadium yesterday. And Scotland in action in the women's draw as well. Scotland led from the start to finish, scoring 4 tries in the first half against the Springbok women's side, who suffered a 47-5 loss at the City Park Stadium in Cape Town yesterday. Then in netball, Marties have booked their spot in varsity netball's final for the first time since 2015. That was after clinching a 62-60, a nail-biting win over defending champions UFS Kofsies in Bloem. They'll face the tabletoppers Tuks, who beat NWU 57-38 in the second semi-final in Pretoria last night. And in football, only one notable fixture. Monday football action saw Premier League heavyweights Man United and Arsenal play out to a 1-1 draw under the lights at Old Trafford last night. We'll expand on all of those headlines in a half hour or so. Watch them.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a look at your weather, a more comprehensive look at that. Now, we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Kellen Kotsier for sending us his sunrise from Cape Town, where an abundance of sunshine can be expected with warmer temperatures than the day before, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. Dino Makuyani also sent us his sunrise picture out in Polokwane, where intervals of cloud and sun can be expected with a strong northeasterly wind reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. You too can do the same. Get your pictures through to us on our Facebook page. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, a low of 9 today, reaching a high of 20, with heavy rainfall expected for Mbombela, 12. That's your low, reaching a high of 19. Occasional rain is expected for the capital city, Pretoria, 9. That's your low, reaching a high of 22, with a light drizzle for Johannesburg, 8 minimum and a maximum of 19 degrees. The highest temperatures in the country, that's for you, Mahikeng, 10. That's your low, reaching that high of 25, with Klerksdorp coming through at 10 and 24. If you're out in Kimberley, it's nice and sunny today, 8. That's your low, peaking at 22. Bloemfontein, 6 and 20, with a couple of showers expected for Richards Bay, 12. That's your low, reaching a high of 21. Occasional rain for Pietermaritzburg as well today, 7, reaching a high of 20, with heavy rainfall expected for Durban. That's 14 and 21. Mthatha, your low today is 6 and your high 19, with a southwesterly wind traveling at 20 kilometers per hour expected for East London, 12 and 19. Those are your temperatures. High humidity for Craddock, 4 and 19, with Port Elizabeth starting off at 12, reaching highs of 19 degrees. If you're out in George, your temperatures today 11 and 18, with the lowest temperatures in the country, Sutherland, 4. That's your minimum, and your max 17 degrees. The mother city, Cape Town, sunny, 11, reaching a high of 20, with high humidity for Worcester at 8, reaching a max of 22 degrees. Springbok, nice and sunny, 12 and 24, with Uppington pulling a low of 10, reaching a high of 25 degrees. Sounds like it's a beautiful, clear day in most parts of the country. Well, no matter the weather, do make it a feel-good type of day. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
And it's definitely going to be a beautiful type of day. Thanks for choosing us to start the day off with. And here we are at the start of a brand new month.
Yes, we are
Happy 1st of October.
Can you believe
Happy 1st of October,
I
Princess.
think there are 91 days left till the end of the year.
That would be very true, right?
Hey, how crazy.
Wow, absolutely mad. So are you ladies going October?
October?
Yes, you know, people going like completely dry in terms of alcohol intake for the month of October. Yes?
Yes.
You've never heard of October before?
Never.
Never?
But I like it.
Okay. Are you going to try it?
I've been trying it.
Shame, child. You look like you need some help. I think this one's. Which one's mine? This oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here you go. Here you go. No, I just thought to ask because you know it's an interesting time.
It is. It's going to be wonderful.
You should totally try it.
Yes.
Would you give us like a daily report?
Would you?
I would definitely do that.
Wonderful.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
This is on.
Let's go on.
Highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's gaming time here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Now, we know that post-apocalyptic video games aren't in short supply, but there are still the rare few that manage to delight the industry. And this morning, our gaming guru, Gareth Woods, he joins us in the lounge to talk about one of those games. It's Borderlands 3. Gareth,
yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So good to have you here. So for those who don't know Borderlands, the game, what is it all about?
So Borderlands, as you mentioned, is a post-apocalyptic kind of, end of the world, and everything's gone to heck, and now you're trying to salvage what little you can, like technology and guns and armor and all that sort of stuff to kind of survive this otherworldly apocalypse.
So we're on version 3 now.
Yeah.
How's this comparing to the first two? So how's it different to the second one or even the first one?
Yeah, so I think the major thing you'll notice if you play this is just there's more. There's just more guns, more abilities, more characters, more things to explore, and they've had a heck of a lot of really cool social features. So for one, you can play the game in 2 modes. The one is it's called co-op, where you play kind of with friends and that, and the other one is called co-opetition, is a word they make it, where like you're playing with your friends, but you're also competing. So
it's like competition, but
they've mixed the words together. So it's a case of like if a gun drops, instead of everybody getting one, there's one, and so everyone's kind of like clamoring to get it before anyone else does. The main thing about the game, honestly, is for one, the graphics. As you can see, it's got a very unique graphic style. Looks like almost a graphic novel. It's not super realistic, but it's made to look like everything's kind of painted. I mean, even like the guns and all that. As I switch into my my special ability, if I can just get this right. Every character's got a special ability. So mine is this like walking mech. I can walk around and I got these.
Too realistic.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still realistic in the sense of like it's there's physics and there's all that sort of stuff you got to play into. But it's very much it feels like you're playing in a cartoon.
Yeah. Now we've seen so many post-apocalyptic games of this nature. How would you rate this one? Do you think that it's a satisfying one?
Yeah, I think the thing that makes Borderlands different has always been the humor. So the other games, they take themselves very seriously, like it's the end of the world and you're like struggling to survive. Here the humor is key. I mean, half the time is like if you die, for example, you'll respawn, and it'll talk about how this, like you respawn and there's this like corporation that's bringing you back to life to share time with your loved ones. It's like it's this big joke, and a lot of these.
You have some chuckles
along
the way. But for you, what would you say is the one thing that they've managed to get so right this time around?
I think what's great is what we talk about in games is the kind of combat loop or the gameplay loop. So, in certain games like a Mario, it'd be like jump around, collect coins, finish the level. That's the kind of like gameplay loop. Here, the idea of like shoot baddies, get better guns, get to a new baddie, struggle, get better guns. That whole combat loop of like finding loot and finding new gear. So whether it's like your guns or your armor, you go through here, just that combat loop of trying to get better and better and better stuff as you get through the game. I think that they've done a really good job of, as well as being able to customize your character. So each character here, I mean, these are the abilities I've selected, but there are several I haven't, and each one of them changes the way your character plays. So in terms of replayability, there's a lot of different options, and this is just one of 4 selectable characters. So I can play it again with a different character. I can team up with friends, and they've got different characters, so it changes the way the game plays. So in terms of customizability, it's also they're doing a really good job there.
Sounds like a tick from you.
Yeah, big time. Like really, really enjoying it. Would highly recommend it to anyone who definitely, if you played the previous games, then this is more of the same and you really enjoy it. And if you're looking for something to play couch co-op with a buddy, like these sort of games are great. You can play split screen on the same TV, or you can play online. So it's a great way to spend time with friends.
Okay, I'm going to let you continue with this. You let us know on social media what you think of this game. If you've played any post-apocalyptic games, you've read any reviews of this one, or just purely based on what Gareth Woods was just saying now, what your thoughts are, let us know using that hashtag Expresso Show.
Alrighty then. Are you getting very attached to our little flamingo friend?
Patrick.
Patrick?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Patrick and I have been like really bonding over the last few weeks.
Amazing.
How smooth
We're so
excited for the island.
Very smooth.
Island life.
Listen, there's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica, of course. And over the last few weeks, we've seen viewers and Tropica consumers win amazing prizes like LG Q60 smartphones and digital TVs. And today, we're giving away an LG dishwasher.
Oh, yes. So big congratulations going over to Make Some Noise, Marang Hilda Masiki. Congratulations. You are the lucky lucky winner of an LG Steam dishwasher. How cool is that?
Of course, now there's still other prizes up for grabs when you buy Tropica. All you have to do to stand a chance of winning is buy any size of your favorite flavor Tropica in fresh or long life. Then find the unique code behind the label or the sticker and follow the entry details. And then you win. And there's airtime, there's cash, Caribbean tan hampers, guest watches, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart digital TVs, Steam dishwashers like we've just given away today. There are more than 100,000 prizes up for grabs.
So exciting. So remember, hashtag TIOT9 is still looking for their 6 Tropica fan contestants. And if you've got what it takes and you want to win smooth fame and fortune, all you have to do is record a video of yourself describing how you would out-smooth your competition on the island. Then load the video onto Instagram, Twitter or Facebook using that hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp to 063 921 8395, and you could be winning smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
Yeah, T's and C's and more information can be found on the website tropica.co.za. So what are you waiting for? Get those entries in. Let's get you to the island. By the way, what's Patrick's favorite flavor of Tropica? There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. To enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker, then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, Steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes. Now for your chance at competing in Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would out-smooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp the video to 063 921 8395 and it could be you winning a share of 1 million rand plus smooth fame and fortune while flying with KLM to the Caribbean for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
Every passing day, I feel like I should be allowed to enter the Tropica Island. Every passing day, I feel like the terms and conditions need to be revised. I need to be able to enter Tropica Island of Treasure.
Especially after meeting Lizanne yesterday, last year's winner, last season's winner. I mean, her life
just want to
change so dramatically.
You want to be a part of it.
So here's a question, buddy. As someone who is, I'm going to say, unashamedly addicted to social media, because you are, okay? Would you like without likes?
I am.
You are, no, I'm going to say it.
I like social media.
No, and you're good at it. You're really good at it. You're an influencer. So would you like it without being able to like it? If we had to take the like button away, would you be as into it?
Oh, it'd be so tricky. It'd be a painful place to be.
Take it out of party. It would be like they're taking your little hand and going...
snatching something out. Exactly. Because how do you like without liking?
It could be happening. It could actually be happening. We're going to talk about that in our Tech Daily Update in just a moment. Would you?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Time for us to talk tech.
Yes,
the daily, changing but exciting world of technology. Now, it's been more than 4 years since Google released YouTube Music. 4 years, can you believe it? For many years, no one really cared, but now Google might be forcing your hand, and here's how. Google announced the YouTube-branded music streaming service would supersede Google Play Music as the default music player on Android devices. Now, according to Google, it will now be pre-installed on all new Android 9 and Android 10 devices. Google Play Music will still be available for download in the Play Store, so the service won't go away anytime soon. However, this is another indication that Google is trying to streamline its services and, in time, bundle and together into a handful of standout apps. Interestingly, in recent months, Google has started to add video playback capabilities into your Play Music playlists, hinting at the integration already being quite far down the line. So
I like it.
That's, a little bit of streamline is always interesting.
Yeah.
Hey,
I like that. I mean, I'm finding that whenever I use all sorts of Google products at the same time on one device, it's better to use one sort of log-in central place without having to remember, oh, I've also got that app and I've also got that app that belongs to that other place. It's good to just be able to use my same email address to log into everything and streamline it that way. I think that's fantastic.
Here.
Now, here's the next story. You might absolutely love this one. I'm mind blown. Okay, so it's not very often that a massive change comes about on a massive platform like Facebook, right? So since its very first days, the like button has been a staple of the social media platform. But could this soon change? Well, we've learned that might be changing. Facebook has started limiting tests, beginning in Australia, removing the like button from Facebook posts to see how customers' behavior will change. Now, of course, this is done under the guise of, improving user experience, but this comes amidst platforms like Facebook facing massive criticism and being addictive, or for being addictive and forcing people to keep staring at their screens, which most of us are guilty of. I do a lot of that. Now, multiple studies have shown our brains get a massive endorphin hit when we see notifications of our posts being liked, pictures being shared, or videos being watched. We love it. We feel good. Now, this is, in part at least, what makes us come back so many times a day to social media. And for some people, like me, spend more hours than we would like to on this platform. And this also comes after Instagram, a Facebook company, started testing something similar in Canada and in Australia back in April, saying, we want your friends to focus on the photos and videos you share, not how many likes they get.
Exactly. I like that. And you should just post it up there because you want to.
Yeah.
And now if you're not coming back several times a day to see, oh, I've got another like, then, oh, beautiful.
Do you know how many people get absolutely crushed and devastated when they post a picture and 5 hours later it hasn't got like more than, let's say, 100 likes, and they actually feel like something's been stolen from them?
Yeah, but also for a lot of people that are famous on Instagram, how will you get paid now if no one can see how many likes?
There's always gonna be a way. There's always gonna be a way. Get the bag. Get the bag.
Stream Fireplace.
Dion Wired, where humans go for technology.
And that brings us to a very interesting conversation today, Tabsies. Of course, we know that there are many conundrums to be faced when it comes to the parenting journey. And one of them in this modern age is whether or not it's okay to post pictures of your child on social media. So family therapist and registered social worker Kim Abrams joins us on the couch to share her professional opinion on this matter. It's great to have you back again. Kim, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Excellent. Looking right and ready for the gram.
Oh, thank you.
The lights are doing their thing.
Thanks very much.
Let's get right out of the tracks and ask the question, do you think it's okay for parents to post pictures of their child online?
It's quite a controversial topic.
Yeah.
I think it's okay only when a parent is able to use their discretion. But the thing with discretion is that it's dependent on what the person deems as what's right and what's not right.
Okay.
But one thing to remember, when you're posting a picture of your child online, you're taking a private moment and you're sharing it with the world without your child's consent. So if you think about it, how many pictures from your childhood would you rather not have shared for the world to see?
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's just a photo and it's an upload. It takes less than 5 minutes. But we're doing this without our kids even saying, before sometimes they can even speak, or before they're even born. So we're putting scan pictures up, and that's got personal information on it that I don't think the public's that aware of in terms of how much we're actually oversharing.
Yeah, and as much as one embraces the look at that picture, oh, what a beautiful moment, he or she is so cute, you've also got to be prepared for the fact that we live in a world full of internet trolls and bullies and people who might, for any given reason, choose to say the most heinous things about your child.
Exactly.
And then you've got to be prepared to deal with it, knowing that you are the one that put that content out there. Because it's not always going to be the fact or the case that you'll get a good comment with that. Why do you say parents, why do you think parents should be careful about what kinds of pictures they post of their children? Because it's not just a matter of, like the lack of consent that the child isn't giving, but there are some real dangers out there.
They are, and it's actually quite scary. So the thing to remember is whether your account is private or not, once you upload a picture, you lose ownership of it. So, it can be screenshotted, it can be shared amongst various platforms. But one of the scariest, I think, realities is that child trafficking and child pornography sites are not decreasing. We're actually making things easier sometimes for organized crime syndicates to gain access to our children. We need to be careful that when we're putting pictures up online of our kids that we're not identifying where you live, and most importantly where they go to school. So at the start of this every year, parents
the first day of school in uniform in front of the school,
for
a
all
very
to
cute
see.
moment for all to see is now a geotagged location and identification of your child.
I would say steer clear of that. Even if you're not taking a picture of your child in front of the school and you're still doing it outside of your home, make sure that the school logo isn't showing. That's all somebody needs to try to identify where your child is when you are not around. So if you think about how much time they spend at school and you've basically put that information online, it's quite frightening who can access it.
Absolutely. And you also think about the fact that, people's children get caught up in the crossfire of pictures.
Yes.
And the element of danger in doing that, in posting a picture of what you think is your child. But meanwhile, in the background, you have other people's children who don't necessarily want to have their child's images posted online. And it's a very, very important thing for people to consider. So, I'm just like, now, so when is it appropriate then to share anything online about your child?
It is appropriate to share things online that you can say categorically, if my child was ever to have sight of this when they are older, they would be okay with it. But you'd never really know what your child will be okay with once they get older. But things that expose your child, that make them vulnerable, so like bath time photos and things, those do not need to be online. Those are private images. And if you think of your own bath time pictures, that if you have any from when you were younger, you wouldn't want that sprawled across for the world to see. So I think, use your discretion. If you still want to put pictures up of your child, your child's face doesn't have to show. You can still share moments.
There you go.
You can put, cute little emojis in front of their face, or just take photos of their back, and you can still share what you're doing with them. I think parents need to question, why is it important for everyone to see their child? Are you doing this for you to get some likes and some validation, or is this actually for your child?
And that is a very, very real question that needs to be asked and answered. We would love to actually hear from you at home, whether as parent or child who has access to social media, or maybe you were exposed to social media at a very early age and now, well, you didn't really have much of a choice, and here it is. How do you feel this entire thing should be handled? Is it appropriate to be sharing images or content about your child on social media? Please let us know. Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 would love to hear from you. We'll be chatting to Kim again very shortly.
Now, with World Hunger Day around the corner, understanding the full scope of hunger and malnutrition can be daunting. But the solution starts with education and awareness. Now, last year, our very own Graham Richards partnered with Rise Against Hunger, an organization fixed on ending child hunger in South Africa, to pack 100,000 nutritional meals for needy children across the country.
This is a big deal. It's absolutely big news, and it's really exciting. Now, this year, they're leveling up and looking to reach even more needing children with their 1 million plus one meals campaign. Gee, man, this is massive.
It really is massive. I can't believe that it's actually, we've been chatting for months now about how we could kind of add gravitas. Obviously, we wanted to honor Madiba's centenary last year with 100,000 meals, and it was so cool to be a part of. Even Global Citizen took notice of what we were doing, and it became this huge moment of validation to take so many of the school kids that had helped us pack the meals to go and deliver, as you would have seen in some of those visuals. And we thought, how do we ramp it up? Rise Against Hunger Africa celebrating 10 years. Well, let's times that 100,000 by 10 and do 1 million meals, which it feels like such a big number because it is such a big number. And then because we have got 14 million food insecure people in the country, let's add one until we have fed every child. So that plus one signifies that child that we are always looking to feed and protect until we have fed and eradicated hunger. And we want to do it by 2030, eradicate all hunger. So we're going to be going across the land. We are going to be asking schools, people to join us in our meal pack. This year, before the end of the year, we want to do 200,000 plus one. And by World Hunger Day next year, we want to have done 1 million plus one meals. That's nearly 3,000 children fed for an entire year,
That's
guys.
amazing. So how can we get involved? What's happening?
Okay, so I've been lucky enough to partner with some amazing people through this. First of all, Oceana have come through to sponsor the actual ingredients for the meal. So massive kudos for them. They've spent a huge amount of money on this. So I couldn't be more appreciative. Then we've got malls across the country hosting these meal pack activations. We're going to start at Table Bay Mall this Saturday. That's the 5th of October. You can sign up at Rise Against Hunger, rahafrica.org. Go to the events tabs, find the corresponding event. But we're going to have one every weekend throughout October to signify World Hunger Month. We need as many people as possible to come out. We're going to do 50,000 meals at the first meal pack.
Wow.
It takes a lot of energy.
It does.
It takes a lot of love. And we need that, and especially the schools. So we're going to put out the incentive again for, and it worked so beautifully having schools involved last year. The school that sends the most learners to come and join us at one of the meal packing activations, they'll get to come and pack the last 2,000 meals this year live on Expresso. They'll get to come and hand out the meals with us, just like Lotus, just like CBS, some amazing young learners doing something really special and active and proactive for people who need it. And these meals are going to the creches in our areas. It's not like these are being shipped off to another part of the world. There are starving children.
We're seeing the immediate change here.
Yeah, completely.
An initiative like this is such an important one, but such a big one that demands that corporates and people and across the country who are exposed to the daily hunger of these children to get involved in. And I think it's beautiful what you're doing.
Well, guys, 20 children are dying of starvation every day in South Africa. This is not the Sudan. This is not some war-torn, civil war-torn part of the world. This is our country, and it's unforgivable. So please, join us, Table Bay Mall, this Saturday for the first 50,000 meal pack, and then watch the space. If you're a school that wants to get on board, if you're a shopping centre that wants to get on board and host an activation, let us know on the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. We'll set you up. We'll connect you with the amazing team at Rise Against Hunger, who are just phenomenal. This is there every day. We're doing this just, sporadically, but this is what they do every day. So thank you so much to everyone who's helped us. 1 million plus one. We can do it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It is a Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Happy 1st of October, by the way, if nobody said it to you yet. As you can hear, that guy's rushing to get to work this morning. So early on in the show, family therapist and registered social worker Kim Abrams joined us on the couch to talk about this phenomenon of wanting to post pictures of our children online and what the dangers and the possible repercussions of that might be. And we would love to hear from you as well. So do comment on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page about this.
Kim, thank you for the first part of the discussion. It was really, really interesting. This obviously for Kat and myself and people in the public eye carries a different kind of gravitas than people who are out. And you almost have to have two separate discussions here.
Yes.
But one area where we all kind of, you can blanket it with one reality is what this means for the child. What are the dangers for the child when you are posting pictures online, psychologically, and then obviously in the broader context of people being able to see those. And I mean, you don't want to go to the far extreme, but the bottom line is predators will start online.
That's right. So that's exactly where they start, because it's easy. You know, if there's an organised crime syndicate for child trafficking, they are online. You know, they are checking things, what's been tagged, what's the easiest access for a child.
And then you can get location.
Exactly.
Landmark, timetable.
Yeah, so without you even realizing it, if you have your location settings on your devices, your photograph will automatically have that location tagged in it. So it's really, really vital that parents go through the privacy settings. Don't ignore those privacy notifications that you see on your apps. I know it's really easy to just go delete and I'll check it out later.
Yeah, or accept all.
Yeah, but there might be something that you have to manually adjust in your privacy settings to make sure that your profile isn't open for everyone to see. So when we're thinking longer term for a child, when we've been posting things about them online, we need to be asking, you know, again, how will my child feel reading this post? Am I complaining about them? Am I saying something about them that seems funny to me, but it might be interpreted differently to them as they grow up? You know, there's a lot of blogs, parenting blogs around, and you know, and I think it's important for parents to have access to the support, but we're often sometimes poking fun at our little ones for validation and interaction from the public. So psychologically, this can actually harm your child if they have access to it, because they're not going to know how to interpret your joke or how to interpret the reason why you felt the need to put this photo up. You know, we just come from a generation where it's easy to put photos in a box and store it away, and that's
let them turn yellow and then look at them years later.
Yeah.
But what about how does one counsel yourself off the ledge of, but it's cute? And people are going to say, oh...
I never post. I hate it. And then every now and then, I'll take a photo or a video, like, especially with laughing or something like where I'm like, this makes me feel so happy. I want the world to feel happy like this.
Where do we draw the line?
Yeah, how do you...
Yeah, it's about, you need to ask yourself as the adult, who am I doing this for? Is this for my personal validation, so someone can say, oh, this is adorable, this is great, and that organically just gives you a nice ego boost? Or is it something that you want to do for your child? It's a very, very fine line. I'm not saying don't post pictures of your child, but I'm saying be careful.
But you kind of are.
Well, I think...
and it's all right to say that. I mean, you're a professional. If this is your...
It's scary what goes on out there. If your child's face is exposed, that's exposed for the world to see. Like I say, whether your account is private or not. And all it takes is for someone to take a screenshot of that and put it up on a child pornography site, and then
you've lost control.
You've lost control of it. And I think when you're not exposed to this type of threatening things that are around you, you don't think about it, which is why these conversations are so important.
I just think about that article that came out a couple of weeks ago of the little girl that was kidnapped from her school in Vanderbilt Park, and then the parents got a ransom call. So very clearly these people knew who they were, what the schedule was, what the school is. Like, we have your number, and now your child is in our possession, and now we get to do whatever we want with her. Do you know what I mean? That is scary. That for me is the ultimate, okay, this is the reason why you shouldn't do it.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, but interesting conversations, and thank you very much, Kim, for joining us. Of course, you can engage with Kim on social media or online, www.kimabrams.com. And of course, we look forward to the next time.
That was terrifying chat, Kim. That was a terrifying chat, but very educational.
Well, let's lift the vibes a little bit. We know that the days are getting warmer and warmer. That means we're constantly looking for fresh, interesting ways to spice up our recipes that'll brighten our days and lift our spirits. And today we're making a clover custard, a clover classic custard, Black Forest parfait. It's just layers and layers of yum in a glass.
Exactly. When last have you had a Black Forest cake?
I haven't in a while.
Oh, so
I'm really excited to begin
We're elevating
today.
it now because we're making a parfait. All right. Okay, so what we need for this recipe is, in my pot over here, I've got some fresh cherries, pitted.
Yeah.
I'm going to add to that some lemon juice. There we go.
And I did check that that's not olives, it's actually cherries. I did check.
Yeah, he asked if it was olives.
Because that would not taste nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I just added some sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to reduce this now, cook this down.
Okay.
So it's going to become a nice little, almost like a jam, right? Because that's what we want.
Okay.
Okay, so next I've got half a cup of cream cheese. I'm going to add our Clover Classic Custard Vanilla over
Wonderful.
here. I'm going to add about a half a cup to that as well.
Okay, that's great.
And then I'm going to mix these two together.
We're making use of that Clover Classic custard because, you know, it's creamy, it's smooth, and it's absolutely delicious.
Yes.
It's a source of vitamins A, vitamin B12, and D, which is all the fantastic stuff you need to be getting.
Exactly. Just mix
So you're
these
just
two.
mixing it all
because
up
the
together.
cream cheese is a bit more firm. So we just want a beautiful, creamy, kind of, just delicious
A nice
texture.
smooth texture, that's
Exactly,
it, yeah.
that's what we want. We want smoothness. All right, you see what we've done there? Now I'm going to add our fresh cream, also about a half a cup of fresh cream to that. Let's just use a spoon. Get all of that goodness out there.
Creamy yumminess.
Ooh,
The
living our
keyword is
best
Clover.
lives.
SMS Clover to 33728 if you want this recipe sent to you on your cell phone. We'll get it through to you. So obviously I'm standing here watching you make this entire thing, but this is not how you ordinarily would have the person standing in your kitchen.
No, you're going to work, boo-boo.
Am I going to work?
You're just
Am I going to
standing
do
there
some
looking
work? Okay.
pretty? No.
I'm just trying to gauge if this is perfect for couples.
No.
You know?
But we're not a couple.
But we're not. But we can check and practice.
No, but we're not a couple.
Okay.
We can do it as 2 individuals
In
making
the kitchen
recipe.
together. Okay. Clover to 33728 if you want the recipe sent through to you, coupled or not.
Individual number 1, would you like to begin layering?
Yes.
All right, so we've got some chocolate cake. You can use your hands. What you're looking for a tweezer here.
Start layering. So we've got over the some leftover chocolate cake, which is great for this, and then you're going to get some of that in there.
Isn't it beautiful?
It looks amazing.
We're living our best lives.
It's
Okay,
amazing.
so I'm going
put that in there.
I'm going to do that because I don't want to mess. Okay,
A little bit more.
Yes.
Don't be schnoop.
Love this so much.
Okay,
Oh,
and then some
looking
more
good.
of the chocolate cake
Yes.
in there. It's actually quite fun because it's quick and easy to make. People think that a nice dessert recipe needs to take some time and you prep it the day before, put it in the fridge for a long time. But this is the convenience you're looking for, especially because we're all so busy and we don't have time to be doing that.
All right, so now I'm just going to put in our little... you see, this is what you want. Hey?
Is that
Once
what you
it's
want?
been reduced, it's all delicious.
Oh, dessert queen.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Make sure
I love it.
Alrighty.
Get that in there. Look at the
One
precision
more.
with which you are making this. Clover to 33728. That's the keyword to SMS. If you want this sent to your mobile phone.
There we go. Just push
Oh,
it
it
down
looks so
one more
good.
time.
It looks so good.
And then add one more layer, and we're nearly done.
Okay.
Wait.
And then for the aesthetic, to complete the look, some more of that going on there. Don't look like you're about to score me. Like you're
I
about
was
to
just looking
say,
at the layering. 5 out of 10. I'm just looking at our layering, if it works. I think it's good.
it looks absolutely
team.
beautiful.
Well
it looks like
done.
something you want to just get into.
What did you just
right
add
now.
on the top, Vina?
I have just added some fresh mint leaves.
Hey, you were like, Lord, help me. What is that?
It is mint. It looks great. Thank you
Okay.
so much. If you missed any of this, have a look at that.
Let's taste this. Oh, yes.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover. Enjoy a classic dessert with this Clover Black Forest Parfait. This is layers of deliciousness with every spoonful. In a saucepan, add 2 tablespoons of caster sugar to a cup of pitted fresh cherries. Then add a teaspoon of lemon juice and cook the mixture for about 10 to 15 minutes. Next, add a 1/4 cup of Clover Classic custard to half a cup of plain cream cheese and whisk to combine, before folding in half a cup of whipped Clover fresh cream. Add a layer of crumbled chocolate sponge cake in 2 serving glasses and pipe in the custard cream, followed by a layer of cherry compote. Repeat the layers, chocolate cake, custard cream and cherry compote, and you're done. Irresistibly creamy and light, this little dessert will be the perfect sweet treat after any meal.
Made with love by Clover.
Oh, I love it. Well done. Go team.
Simple as that, 2 individuals making magic in the kitchen where
That's
dessert
right.
is concerned. This looks amazing, but you can also impress your friends with a delicious dessert packed with layers of creamy custard, sweet cherries and sponge cake. SMS that keyword is Clover to 33728 to receive the recipe sent through to you. You can also partner it with a delicious crushed carrot and orange flavor for that extra punch that you're looking for. Also those vitamins, we know that it's got lots of that. It's also 100% pure fruit and vegetable juice packed with vitamins A, C, and E. So I'm going to do just that for us because we need that vitamin A and C and E as well. Okay, we don't need to fill the glasses too much.
That's mine. That's yours.
Romantic gesture? No?
Hey, just 2 individuals in the kitchen. Clinking.
I'll try my luck with you. But enjoy.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
I'm Bert Bosch, I'm a musician and actor, and I live in Johannesburg. Come find your smooth fame and fortune with me, Bauer, on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. All you need to do, you buy a Tropica, you follow the entry details on the back of the bottle, you make a video, you upload it to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag TIOT9 and tell me why you want to be on my team, and then you could be winning fame and fortune with me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live right here on SABC3. So, of course, everybody couldn't resist the beauty and the masterpiece of dessert that we've made.
I've got to say, I'm very, very impressed. It looks like a reverse... What is that cookie again? I think reverse Oreo something.
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing I thought when I saw this. But the proof is in the actual tasting of it. You tell me if it tastes as amazing as it
What do you call this, by the way?
This is a Clover Classic Black Forest Parfait.
Oh, parfait.
Made with love by Clover and Leanne and me.
C'est parfait.
Yeah?
Très parfait.
On that note, let's get hooked up
parfait.
with the news.
Oui.
Well, in the national news this morning, the Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamola, says the Special Investigation Tribunal will begin its work to recover billions of rands looted from the state today. Lamola said 14 billion rand could be recovered. The South African Police Service has embarked on a nationwide recruitment drive in an effort to bolster crime-fighting efforts. Police Minister says the government can't hire more officers due to economic restraints. On the international front, the Duke of Sussex has paid tribute to a British soldier killed during a counter-poaching operation in Malawi. Prince Harry yesterday laid a wreath for 22-year-old Matthew Talbot, who was killed by an elephant in May. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Yes. And finally, men in the Eastern Cape have joined hands in an extensive way to combat abuse against women and children. Premier Officer, or rather Oscar Mabuyane, says that his government and a number of NGOs have also joined the fight against women and children abuse. The men want programs on the prevention of violence to be discussed at all social gatherings. A large number of them, representing various sectors, including the religious fraternity, have held a peaceful march in King Williamstown denouncing the attacks on women and children. Each Friday, they've set aside an hour in their workplaces to demonstrate that they abhor this abuse. And they have emphatically stated that we are going to deal with this scourge. We are going to confront it. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Let's kick it off with our Rugby World Cup watch. Scotland kept their World Cup hopes alive after registering a 34-0 bonus point win over, it must be said, a rather hapless Samoa in their Pool A clash at the Noe Veer Stadium yesterday. And same with rugby, Scotland's ladies led from the start. A tough finish, scoring 4 tries in the first half against the Springbok women's side. They suffered a 47-5 loss at the City Park Stadium in Cape Town yesterday. Then on to netball. Locally, Marties have booked their spot in the varsity netball final for the first time since 2015. That was after clinching a nail-biter 62-60 win over defending champions UFS Coffsees in Bloem. They'll face the table toppers Tuks, who beat NWU 57-38 in that second semi in Pretoria last night. And of course, only one major fixture in football last night. Our Monday football action saw Premier League heavyweights Man United and Arsenal play out to a 1-1 draw under the lights at Old Trafford last night. We'll continue to track those stories as we progress.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a first look at your roads for the morning. But first of all, a petrol price update. The price of petrol is set to increase by 18 cents per litre, costing you 16 Rand 21 cents per litre. Yes, boo, boo, boo. And diesel is set to increase by 25 cents per litre, costing you 14 Rand 84 cents per litre. Now, this is due to drone attacks on 2 major oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. And now we take a look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng, out in Germiston on the N3 northbound. There has been an accident before the Geldenhuys interchange, obstructing one lane. Heavy delays can be expected, so please approach with caution. If you're in the Western Cape, in Gugulethu, there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N2 inbound. That's before Borchards Quarry Road. 2 lanes are blocked and causing heavy delays, so please do keep a lookout for this. And off to the train lines, there is an extended travel time of 20 to 30 minutes. That's on the Wellington line due to TFR signalling restrictions between Kraaifontein and Stick Lane. Single line working at the moment between Brackenfell and Belleville. Infrastructure problems in various areas as well as sets out of service. On that note, take it easy on the road. The next report will be in just over half an hour.
Don't ruin the moment. Prevent allergies or cold and flu with fast-acting powder nasal spray from the Nexa range. Nexa, brought to you by Pharma Dynamics.
We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much, Trish Ratif, for sending in your sunrise picture from Durban, where partly cloudy conditions can be expected with a couple of showers and a light breeze, reaching a maximum of 21 degrees. Carol van der Merwe also sent us her sunrise picture from Germiston, out in Johannesburg, where partly sunny conditions can be expected with low humidity and high, rather clear skies towards the evening, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. That's where you can send your pictures through to us as well. Facebook, Expresso Morning Show, SABC 3. And now we take a look at your temperatures. Starting off in Polokwane, a low of 9, reaching a high of 20, with heavy rainfall expected for Mbombela, 12. That's your low, reaching a high of 19. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, it's occasional rain day for you, 9, reaching a high of 22, with a light drizzle expected for Johannesburg, 8, reaching a high of 19 degrees. Mahikeng, you've got the highest temperatures in the country today, 10, that's your minimum, and your max is 25 degrees, with Klerksdorp at 10, reaching a high of 24. Kimberley, nice and sunny today. Your start is 8, reaching a high of 22, with Bloemfontein at 6, reaching a max of 20 degrees. If you're out in Richards Bay, a couple of showers for you today, 12, reaching a high of 21 degrees. degrees, with occasional rain also expected in Pietermaritzburg, 7. That's your low, reaching a high of 20. Heavy rainfall for Durban expected today, 14, reaching a high of 21, with Mthatha at 6 and 19. A southwesterly wind traveling at 20 kilometers per hour. That's for East London, 12 and 19 your degrees. And with the high humidity for Craddock, 4, that's your low, reaching a high of 19. Port Elizabeth, 12, reaching a high of 19, with George at 11 and 18. Sutherland has the lowest temperatures in the country, 4, reaching a max of 17, with the mother city, Cape Town, nice and sunny today, 11, reaching a high of 20. High humidity is expected for Worcester, 8, your low, reaching a high of 22, with sunny Springbok at 12 and 24. And lastly, Uppington, your low today is 10, reaching a high of 25 degrees. That's where we leave it for now. The next report in just over half an hour.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hello, you October babies. It is the first of the month, and it means it's time to celebrate your birthday when you hear that tune. Hey, hey.
Just do the groove dance.
Where the October babies at? Hey.
So we've got
October
a
babies.
lot to get through this morning, which I love. So thank you so much for all of you who sent through your messages. Let's start it off now with our boy, Kian, who is turning 8 today. Happy birthday, Kian. You are such a joy. May God bless your life today and always. We love you so much.
Beautiful.
That's from your mommy, your daddy, Tristan, Taniel, Omar, and Opa. Happy birthday, Kian.
Beautiful
Then
stuff.
happy 13th birthday to Joshua. May God spare you many, many more years to come. We love you. And that's from your mom, your dad, Mia, Leah, and Zion. Happy birthday, Joshua.
Happy birthday to Shelby. May you be blessed with many more. This is with love from Auntie Alice, Uncle Eddie, Matthew, and Lisa Joy. And happy 12th birthday to our special princess, Keira. We love you more than words can say. Remain the amazing child that you are, and may our Lord bless you with more and more. From Mummy, Big Brother Reese, and your angels, Daddy and Granny. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Then we'd like to wish our son, he's a brother, he's a grandson, Tristan Henny, a very happy 7th birthday. May God bless you with many more years of joy and peace. Thank you for being the light in our lives. We can't imagine life without you, little angel. We love you so much, and that's from your mummy, your daddy, your mom, Mishane, Kayuran, and the entire family. Happy birthday, Tristan. Then we'd like to wish, and this is my twins, Riley and Reese, a happy 14th birthday. Terrible twins.
Look at that.
You be blessed with many more good things, and that's from your love from your mum and your siblings. Happy birthday, guys.
A blessed birthday to my one and only Paige Hannah. I may not always give you what you want, but Mummy will always strive to give you what you need. I love you. What a beautiful message. Then a happy 37th birthday to Oswald Philander. This is from your baby mama, Lynette, and daughters. Baby mama.
Your baby mama, Oswald, happy birthday, man. And then finally, a happy birthday. May the favor of God continue to prevail over your life, and may his unconditional love and blessings overflow in your life always. Love you lots from your mom, your dad, and your sisters. Very poetic, beautiful message. They're beautiful messages all around. Thanks, guys.
So would you like to wish your loved ones a happy birthday? Well, you're most welcome to send us a 15-second video singing for them, dedicating a message to them. Send that to 0716406551, or you can send those dedications to birthdays.
Can you even do the happy birthday dance?
TV. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Good, man.
You can like just happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Shabba-dabum, ba-da-ba-dum. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, everyone, if you're celebrating your birthday today. December's around the corner.
It's coming.
Holiday season just around the corner. It's coming fast and furiously. What are your December plans?
Actually looking to go abroad.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
But do you want to know everything?
I want to know where you're planning to go.
Thailand.
Ooh.
Yes.
Can never go wrong with Thailand. Okay.
And you?
Who are you going with?
Friends.
Okay.
And
right.
you?
I haven't decided yet. But Lyle Scritton is here in a bit. He's going to be telling us about all the awesome places to check out for December travel. Which friends are these? I was never invited. Sorry, I'm just a bit startled. But we'll talk about that for now, and we'll come back with ideas for you. Leanne, who did you invite?
I said friends.
Which ones?
Who's
got what it takes to shine on Expresso. Your favorite breakfast show is searching for new presenters, and it's your time to shine with Orbit Gum.
Own it with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
In thrilling weekly challenges, who will stand, who will stumble, and who will win the right to bring you the best of breakfast television. It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso on SABC3. A pinch and a punch for the first of the month. Happy October to you. But we're going to throw it forward a little bit to the month of December because it truly is a magical time, especially to travel the world with wintry Europe and North America.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Welcome back once again to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We apologize for the technical difficulties we had a bit early on, but no gremlins formed against us shall prosper.
Hello!
We are planning our December holidays. That's why Lyle from Travel Start is here to let us in on all the inside info we need to know about planning our December holidays, which you said, ideally 3 months before, you should be starting to plan.
If you wanted the trip for December, ideally, it would have been from September, but we still got time. We're in October now. It's the beginning of October. You still have a few 2 months left to book that holiday and to get great discounts and deals. You also want to look at if you're going to a destination that requires a visa and what the time frame and looking at when you can get appointment at your visa office for that destination.
Because everyone is going now.
Everyone's going.
But how about summery and cooler destinations as well? What would you kind of suggest?
So I had a look. So basically, I'm thinking of places like the Seychelles, for example.
FCC.
Very.
Okay, we've gone.
Let's go home, nicely.
Let's just shut it down, guys. It's no use. We continue. Come on.
I'm sick of here.
No.
Sick of here.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I'll sign it.
What's going on?
Hey, let's just stop.
That's you. Byron. Please.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
And you're back again.
Welcome back. And we continue to say, no gremlins formed against us in technical difficulties shall prosper, because we're still helping you plan your December holidays with Lyle from Travel Start.
Exactly. Okay, so it's December holidays. We're looking for visa-free countries, hopefully, but if not, we want to also find places where the summer will continue, because we've been waiting all year long. Like you know,
we've been planning this since January.
Should you go to a summery place or should you go to a cooler place? I don't know. What would you suggest?
So summery destinations in Europe, for example, would be where you can get like a whisper of summer. It's still in the south coast of Spain, so very beautiful.
Mallorca,
then if we go
Barcelona.
from Spain, we can go to the islands of Africa, the Seychelles, which is very tropical, very beautiful white sand beaches, that sort of thing. And then I'm keeping with the Caribbean flow from tropical to Bahamas. And then from the Bahamas, let's think of places like the Venezuela of this world.
So there's a lot
very
of
beautiful,
options. There's a lot of options. What about if you're thinking of traveling within South Africa? Where should you be looking to explore and make the most of the summer season?
In South Africa, generally you want to stay away from the coast because that's where it's going to get very packed and jam-packed. So Joburgers are definitely going to come to Cape Town. Cape Townians are going to go to Johannesburg. or Durban.
Hey, there's a lot to be explored in the north of the country.
Last year I went to PE, for example, and we had a great time there with the family, so it was very chilled, laid back, and that's sort of where you want to head to.
That's nice.
Very beautiful.
All right, now tell me about Canada and why Canada is such an attractive destination
you
for
want to
this
think
time of the year.
Canada as your wintry wonderland, white Christmas, that sort of thing. Going frozen lake fishing in Ottawa and that sort of thing, and looking at the Canadian Rockies as an example as well.
Okay, so this is what we're looking at right now. So, wow, out in the wildlands with the grizzlies.
Yeah, little black baby. My aunt lives in Germany, and she's constantly asking me to come and visit her. Would that be a good travel option as well?
Yeah, one of the oldest Christmas markets is found in Germany, in Nuremberg. Yeah, so that's definitely one for the books to have a look at as well.
All right. Well, talking about all of these travel destinations, you've given us the travel feels. How can Travel Start get involved?
Firstly, I would say sign up for our newsletter. If you are signed up already, you would have received something in your inbox yesterday, just showing you all the cool destinations that we have on offer for the festive time. Places like London, Munich, Edinburgh, Mauritius, example. Those type of destinations you would have found in your inbox. And then just check out our social media. And lastly, we've got on our homepage something that's called Best Places to Visit each month. Click on that banner, and you can just click on December, and you can find out where exactly to go in December.
Oh, that's a pretty cool resource. Best places to visit each month.
Yeah, it's just a banner on our homepage that you can just have a look at. Yeah.
Well done to you and the team. I'm marveling at these pictures. My jaw's on the floor.
It is glorious.
It's insane.
Wow.
All right.
Awesome.
London.
Of course, when traveling, remember to book 3 months in advance. It always helps to get in with the best deals. So book in September to get great discounts for December, for instance. But now you still have time.
Exactly.
You actually still have time to get those packages, those affordable packages to destinations all around the globe. And you can head on over to travelstart.co.za to get in on the action.
Thanks, Lau.
Pleasure.
We will turn your guilt trips into good trips. Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
Well, seeing as we've got you inspired to get out there and explore our beautiful world, let's continue on that trend. Nestled along the coastline of KwaZulu-Natal lies Richards Bay, known for once having the largest coal export in the world, which I didn't know. It's now a vibrant town that actively markets a new concept in tourism called industrial tourism.
It's a whole new exciting world. And we sent our nephew, Tsulu, who travelled to the southeast to explore all the wonders that this bustling town has to offer.
Industrial.
Tourism.
Tourism Month is all about celebrating the hidden gems that our country has to offer. And I must say, I'm so excited to be back here in KZN. This time around, we kickstart our adventure off right here at St. Lucia with a boat cruise exploring the Ismangaliso Wetland Park. And I'm told we might spot a hippo or two or some crocodiles. I'm rather excited. Let's go check it out. Emmanuel, you've been working here at Ismangaliso Wetland Park for 16 years now, so which means you must know a lot about the place. I mean, it is a heritage site. Can you tell us a little bit more about the history?
St. Lucia World Heritage Site was declared as a World Heritage Site on the 1st of December 1999. Here in St. Lucia, we've got 5 ecosystems. The first one is the vegetated sand dune forest, and we've got the marine system. In the Indian Ocean, we've got the lake system over here. Further north, we've got savanna grassland and the swamp area. This area used to be like, we've got the lake system over here, which used to be connected to the Indian Ocean, been closed more than 16 years now. Water here is completely fresh. As you see the reeds growing on the lake, those are the sign of that the water is fresh. As soon as the salt water comes in, all these reeds will die. They can't handle the salt.
I've been told we can expect to see a lot of animals here in the water. Is this true? And if so, what kind of animals can we expect to see?
You can expect to see the hippos. The hippos, you can find them in the water. The hippos, they feed on grass. But if they like the medium sunny day, you can, like especially in winter season, you find them out of the water, basking on the sun. Crocodiles, if it's too cold, we find them in the water. It's too hot, we find them in the water. Sometimes if it's too cold, we don't find them at all because they can stay under the water for 2 hours. But the hippos, they can stay under the water for 6 minutes. And then they come up to breed.
First adventure of the day was so enjoyable. I really wasn't expecting to see so many animals. We spotted some hippos, we spotted some crocodiles, although a lot of us were very nervous, but very excited to see the crocodiles. So this is definitely an experience worth trying out if you ever find yourself here. And if you're wondering just how big a hippo's tooth is, well, here it is. Day 2 of Exploring Northern KZN brings us to Tula Tula, the province's oldest private game reserve. It was once the hunting ground for Shaka Zulu and his people before it was transformed into the game reserve back in 1911. And that is why exploring and discovering it today is so apt, as it is Heritage Month. Muzi, there's such an interesting story behind Tula Tula, this game reserve. Can you tell us a little bit about the history?
I'll start back where our story started. Shaka, our king, the king of the Zulu, he used to come and walk here. Along the river, he will do some hunting, killing those small antelope that will be his food while he walking with his tribe. So Tula Tula started in the year 1999 to year 2000. We are 20 years old. We started with the elephant, which there were 7 in the time, and also we had some rhinos. Year 2009, we got a rhino by the name of Tabo. You can see him, how healthy he is, how big he is. So it's showing that Tula Tula, we are growing as we call a private game reserve. We contribute here, we protect, we don't kill. Elephant, we won't take them away. It's our babies, rhinos are our babies.
What animals can we expect to see on today's drive?
Hoping to spot the rhino, hoping to spot the giraffe, hoping to spot the elephant if we're lucky. And also we got a general game. I'll talk about the Bala, Enyala, wildebeest, kudus.
I must say, this is the first time I've actually been on a game drive where I've seen so many animals up close. Tula Tula means peace, it means tranquility, and honestly, that is the best way to describe the experience I've had here today.
Okay. Oh, that's very inspiring. Hey, beautiful stuff, beautiful places to explore all around the country.
Right on our doorstep. Those little gems.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
So on social media, on Expresso Morning Show's Facebook page, we asked you, what plans have you got in store for the December holidays? Have you perhaps started making plans? Well, Sheena Rajkumar says, good morning, Expresso team. I'm off to Mozambique visiting family there, so going to be amazing.
Do you know how awesome Mozambique is?
I've seen pictures. I've never been. You've been?
I've been. I've swam in the ocean. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Tanya says, making memories with the special people in my life and celebrating the lives of those who lost their lives this year. Sure.
All right, let's see what else. Joan says, good morning, everyone. I'll be staying at home this December as my daughter will be flying back home from the UK for a holiday here in sunny South Africa. That's going to be quite nice.
I know, reunited. Haley says, my dad and mom will be coming from Durban to Cape Town to spend Christmas with us. That's going to be wonderful. I love it when family travels from all over to come together. It's
one
so
place,
awesome.
Yeah. Leslie says, I just go with the flow and thank God for my blessings, the fam I get to spend my Christmas with. Fun times.
Nice.
I like that, because sometimes you just got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
You know, just let the day guide you. Wake up in the morning and go, what do I feel like doing today?
Exactly, but you don't even know what day it is. What's your plans?
For December? Well, that'll be shortly after coming back from Tropica.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be probably island out.
Okay.
Islanded out.
It easy.
But I was thinking of going on a ski trip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
It is. Have you been?
With those dollars.
You know...
Everyone's daydreaming over here. Everyone's daydreaming. But as December creeps around the corner, holiday plans are all the talk everywhere. So now, why not go and explore all that our local spots have to offer? Like Richards Bay, situated along the coast of KwaZulu-Natal, this once forgotten corner of the African continent is truly a land of exquisite beauty, and its vibrant town has fast become the North Coast holiday destination to check out. And Tulu finds out just exactly why.
A huge part of my day always includes some form of exercise, and just because we're all the way in Richards Bay without a gym doesn't mean that falls away. That's why when I heard there's going to be an aerobics class this morning happening here on the waterfront, I got all excited. Let's go join in on the fun. Finally, it's not every day that we get to work out on a waterfront. Take us through what we're going to be doing today.
So basically today we're here to do a full body workout. We're going to be doing a bit of lower body workouts, upper body workouts, abdominal workouts, lower back workouts. Just basically a full rounded workout about a healthy lifestyle.
Why would you say it's important to incorporate exercise in our everyday lives?
At Chosen by Fitness, we basically promote a healthy lifestyle. We're basically saying to people that you don't have to go to a gym to train, just like we did today. Or we're here to do a nice workout. Basically, we do a lot of personal training, outdoor workouts, boot camps, kids activities, wellness days. The reason why we're actually doing this is so that we can show people that it's not about going to a gym. You can do something at the beach, group of friends together, have a small workout. And obviously the most important thing about exercising is keeping healthy, keeping fit, avoiding diseases such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol levels, and so on.
The time has almost come to wrap up our Richards Bay experience, but before we do that, there's just one more item to tick off the bucket list, something I've always wanted to do, that being fishing. Mark, as a first-time fisher, my first question to you is, how difficult is this?
We're here at Richards Bay Merensia, and fishing is not difficult. Anyone can fish. I'd say to a big degree it's a game of luck. You can be the best fisherman, have bad luck, and you'll catch nothing for the day.
So take us through step by step of how the process of fishing actually works.
Step by step, you start off with a hook at the end of your line, tied on. You have a swivel, a sinker, and a hook. The sinker takes the line down to the bottom, or your bait, and that's generally where you catch the fish.
Okay, it feels like there's actually a fish that I'm feeling on the rod.
Keep winding now.
Yo, a fish is coming. Guys, it's here. So first time fishing experience is going really well. We've already caught one fish and I'm hoping to make that 2 or 3 or 4. How's my first time fishing experience in your opinion, Mark?
Like I say, you're doing pretty well, hey? It's a game of luck.
Game of luck. This has to be one of the best experiences I've ever had. I mean, I've always heard that Richards Bay has so much to offer, but never in my wildest dreams did I think it would be this amazing. From the boat cruise to the game drive to the fishing, overall experience, definitely a 10 out of 10. I'm looking forward to visiting this place again.
Well, look at that. All the gems are around the corner from us.
I did a little bit of it. I just have to say, I can fish.
Can you?
I can fish
really?
well. I have the touch.
Well, there we go. Richards Bay is the place for you to go check out.
It looks amazing. Maybe that's where you want to spend your year-end holiday. You can keep letting us know your thoughts on what your December plans are, what your January plans are. We'd love to know. But also what I'd love to know is I'm interested in taking my pups with me for my end-of-year holiday.
Pet-friendly destinations. That's a big thing.
How do you travel with your pups or your pets in general, I wonder?
Now, our pets are like our family, and when it comes to planning the holidays, your travel plans have got to consider the needs of your furry, four-legged friend. And it may seem like the year-end holidays are a long way away, but planning often takes place months beforehand. And whether you take your pets with you on holiday or you have to make alternative arrangements, it is very, very important that they are well looked after. And so today in studio, we have Marika Ackhurst from Hills Pet Nutrition to talk to us about some of these options and the pros and cons involved, and she's brought along a beautiful, cuddly, furry friend called Sophie. Hi, Marika.
Hello, Sophie. Hi. Sophie also says hi.
Hi. I feel like I'm getting Sophie very excited. She's excited to be on the show. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
And I mean,
lovely to be here.
when you have a pet friend like that, you can hardly think of going on holiday without them. But of course, there are other alternatives as well, where families are maybe traveling too far or overseas, where that's not possible. So let's talk about the options that are there when you are making plans for holidays and how you then decide. What options are there?
I think we start off to consider what how your pet is. Do they like traveling, or do they get a bit anxious in the car? How long you're going to be away, and whether you can find some pet-friendly accommodation where you go. So that's important to know. It needs to be considered.
All right. So let's look at the two schools of thought for those pet parents who do want to take their pets along with them on vacation. There's a lot to consider. How do you begin planning? Let's talk about the practical steps of making that happen.
I think the first step is to make sure that your pet is completely comfortable in the car, and that your car that you drive has sufficient ventilation over a long period. It's important that you accustom to the process quite slowly.
Okay.
So you're going to go for a drive around the block to start off with, and then you increase the time. You can use something like DAP, which is dog appeasing pheromone, which actually calms them down in the car.
Yes.
It's a spray. You can put on. And you can then also make sure that you don't leave open windows so that they hang out of the car. It's not ideal for them to have a body part out of the car, just now they get knocked. And things that you need to consider as well as regular stops to let them out to have some water and to have their bathroom breaks. Also consider that they have something to do in the car, so provide them with some chews, and of course make sure that they're safe in the spot that they are. There's a few mechanisms that you can do. You can either use a kennel or a crate that you put in the car, or there's a seatbelt mechanism that one can use to tie them.
But then also, I'm sure it's very important for you to call ahead of the time, for instance, if you're going to be going to a holiday resort, perhaps you're going to a self-catering accommodation, to find out from those places whether they are pet friendly.
Absolutely, pet friendly, you have to find out. And then also, even if they are pet friendly, you need to talk to them about what size dogs they allow. So if you have a larger size dog, they might not want that on their property. And also whether they types of breeds that they don't allow, whether there's other pets on the property, so that you know whether if your dog's not friendly towards other pets, then you're not going to consider that. And also there's what facilities there are. So do they provide bowls? Do you have to take your own? Do you need to cover the bedding? What are their requirements from the pet-friendly accommodation?
Absolutely. And that's probably also very important to consider if you are going to be leaving a cute little one like Sophie back at home or at an alternative accommodation. What are the things to consider there?
Most obvious thing that you can consider is obviously a kennel or a cattery for your pets. And I think the most important thing is to find out what do they require from you before you bring them. So do they check on vaccination certificates? What are the specifics? So you have to prepare for that. It's important that they ask for vaccination certificates. You can't go to the vet on your way to the kennel and have your vax. It needs to be done about 2 weeks before you leave. So it's something to plan, as well as kennels and catteries is something you need to plan up front. And of course, another option is to have a house sitter, which, especially if your pets are quite anxious, that's a good option. It's also added security at your home, but I would definitely check references beforehand to make sure that you're not let down at the last minute, and that the service you're paying is the service they're going to deliver. Make sure that you trust your house sitter and maybe meet up with them a couple of times before you actually go that route.
Absolutely. See their interaction with your pet as well, and see how they react to each other.
Absolutely.
And of course, by far the most important rule of all is to ask your pet's permission. So Sophie, are we going on holiday or staying at home?
Sophie, are we going on holiday? Say yes.
Good to have you here. Now, whether you are leaving for a week or a weekend, it is important to always consider your pet's safety and entertainment needs, or if you can, of course, take them along with you. Like Sophie, who prefers going on holiday. Why not?
Science is at the heart of biology-based nutrition. The secret to lifelong health, it all starts with science.
That is the cutest thing. The fact that you can take your pets with you on holiday.
No, I'm really excited. We're going to take a short drive to the Veskas. We're going to take our two pups with us. Beautiful there. They can roam free. Awesome.
The thing is, pets are a part of the family, so to not be able to take them with you when you go on those holiday getaways is such a miss. But listen, everyone's talking about their holiday plans for December. I'm always guilty of leaving it for the absolute last minute. I'll be wanting to travel on the 16th. I'll book on the 14th.
Yeah, that sounds very Tubbsy. That sounds... That sounds just like you. So where are you going?
I don't know. I'll know 2 days before.
You can let us know what your year-end plans are. What are you most excited about? Where are you going to be? Are you staying here? Are you going abroad? Let us know on the Expresso Morning Show Facebook page.
We want to know all your holiday extravaganzas.
Nap time just got extra cuddly. Get a free cuddle pillow when you buy 2 bags of Hill's pet food. Where dreams are made.
My name is Pesihle Vazi. I'm a TV presenter. You might recognize me from Selimatunzi. I'm also an actor, model, and everything awesome. I can't wait to be on the island. I've never been on an island like this before. I just want to swim and be there for as long as I possibly can, which means I am definitely going to win this one. Mango peach is my favorite flavor simply because it takes me back to when I was a child and I used to get it on occasion, but now I can have it all the time. To join me on the island to find fame and fortune, all you have to do is go buy yourself a bottle of Tropica and follow all the entry details. Take a video of yourself explaining why you would be my ideal partner. All you have to do is hashtag TIOT9 and upload that on all of your social media platforms. When you send your audition clip, remember to always remain confident and know exactly what you want to say. And me and you could be on the island together competing to win R1 million. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Well, spring has sprung, and this means we are applying changes to many aspects in our lives, our diet, workout, wardrobe, and most importantly, our spaces. It's all about brightening up your life as we head into the summer months, and we've got the Western Cape Regional Manager for Home Fabrics, Henny Dreyer, joining us in studio this morning to talk about the perfect way to do it. Henny, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Well, listen, spring has sprung. It's got us flourishing. We're so excited for the summer months. But what curtaining trends should we be aware of?
I think the biggest thing with spring and summer is the fact that we want that carefree, like effortless look, and shears are huge. They're back with a bang.
Okay.
Yes, and they're everywhere, so that's the biggest trend for me.
Let's talk about the fabric library. So many tongue twisters in there. What exactly is it, and how can we get involved?
So Home Fabrics is known for performance fabrics, so that's our big FiberGuard UV Pro FR1. But Fabric Library, another brand that we have, is known for cost effectiveness and wide width fabric. So 3 meter wide and shears for days.
Yes, yes. All right, so tell us more about sheer and why exactly it's such a beautiful and just emerging trend again.
So I think the biggest thing with shears is its relationship with light. You know, summer we want that carefree, flowing look, where I think shears are great for that. And it also gives you enough privacy from prying eyes outside and gives you those vista views for days, which I think is great as well. So I think that's the beauty of shears. And it really does kind
of set it apart from the normal heavier curtain,
yeah, otherwise
right?
it's a heavy, horrible drape, which I think is great, having that option of like having that privacy and having that view for days.
Yeah, Home Fabrics has also launched a whole range of sheer curtains as well. Tell us more about that.
So under the Home Fabrics Fabric Library banner, Fabric Library specifically, there's Fabric Library Wide. Yeah. So those are 3 meter wide fabrics, and that's specifically geared towards that market. Yeah. So when we say wide width, we say 3 meters wide, so you've got a seamless confection, so no funny little seams in between, and it's just a simple application.
How does the everyday person incorporate this into their home? I mean, we see it in beautiful pictures, naturally the professionals have done it, but for us, the layman, how do we make it work?
I think the most important thing is you need to decide what do you need, what do you really need? Do you need that view? Do you need that light to come in? I think it's important for the layman to also remember that, you know, you need a good relationship with lights, and shears fill that gap beautifully.
Yeah, so to help us, those everyday people at home, where can we go to learn more about shears and how to incorporate it?
So we've got obviously the Home Fabrics website, we've got the HF Inner Circle, which is our weekly newsletter. We've got our YouTube vlog series called HF Trends.
Oh, I love that.
And yeah, also our social media platforms, which will be Home Fabrics SA. And our Instagram. So
there we go, Henny Dreyer, everyone. And of course, if you want to be involved in the latest trends, how to make sure that your house is on point and trendy, sheer is the new trend. So you can head over to homefabrics.co.za and hfinnercircle.com to find out more.
Well, from the world of Well, from the world of being inspired by what you can do with your home as the seasons change to being inspired by all the movie trailers that are out there, and certainly, hopefully, these are movies that you want to be checking out. JP Sebastian spent so much time looking at these trailers to bring you the best of entertainment where movies are concerned. JP, so good to see you.
Tough job, isn't it?
It's a difficult job. You just sit there, have lots and lots, bucket loads of popcorn.
Calluses on my butt.
You make notes on that little notepad of yours that you've hidden here.
It's very embarrassing.
And then you come and you do the work.
Like a keen bean with my little school notes. He gives me an apple afterwards. It's very sad.
Frozen 2, JP.
Speaking of seasons changing, yes. So Frozen 2, obviously Frozen 1, I don't need to tell you about because it was super popular. People loved it, especially little girls ate this up. We were just talking about the fact that it's so women-centered. It's so leans so strongly on the relationship between these two sisters who obviously returned for the sequel now. That's Princess Anna and Princess Elsa.
A beautiful sisterhood at that.
People were very touched by it, and it was a marvelous movie. So the second one takes them out of the castle, which we know that they were locked in by the first and whatever, but now they need to plumb the mysteries of why does she have these special powers? What is the origin of them? So this trailer adds a bit of, fleshes that out a bit before the release in December 6th in South Africa. 6th, yes, Greg, our sound engineer, 6th. And introduces some of the reasons why she might have these powers. Cutely, it starts with, the same as the first movie, her parents telling her the story, telling the two of them these little, what they thought was just a bedtime story about this enchanted forest that she feels drawn to. When I say that, I mean in the sequel we find that something calls out to her and she has to leave the kingdom. She doesn't know why, and takes on the danger of taking the great adventure to try and find out more about herself, her identity, what that all means, because something is just drawing her out there. But there's the other hidden danger, which feels like a similar beat to the first movie of her, sort of embracing these powers, or rather the powers embracing her, being too overwhelming for her. There's the warning in this too.
It is such a magical story, and there's so many layers to it that you see, and the fact that they're able to capture that and tell it so beautifully all the time.
Look how beautiful as well.
It's actually mind-blowing.
I mean, this is the reason why, you take 4 years to make something and it's going to look as gorgeous as this. This is one of these movies that's going to make you ask the question, why aren't animations ever put in Best Picture category more often? So I really look forward to this. Like
beautifully crafted.
That number 6th of December, the 6th day of December. I'm so bad at saying the number.
6th of December, guys. Okay, so the next one, The Kingsman. I get really excited because Matthew Vaughn directed this, and if you don't know, he's directed Kingsman 1 and 2, X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass. You already know what you're going to get when you see this.
And I think people might have been worried by the first trailer of this one that it was going to be a bit more toned down compared to the previous movies, because I think people liked that the first two were quite gonzo, quite out there, quite foolish, and for my money a bit puerile at times, but whatever, like it's supposed to be dumb fun at times too. This looks like it's taken a lot more of a grounded kind of approach. These dark tones. It's clearly set in World War I. I doubt you're going to do anything too gooberish there. Except, of course, you need to have a one-on-one knife fight, as we just saw. But you've got Ralph Fiennes. I need to say that man's name. And yes, Jimon Honsu, where have you been this whole time?
Harris Dickinson as well?
He is the leading
Does he do well,
man. Well, we'll find out soon enough. I think that is 2020. I think that I've got the date down there for you.
It's going to be quite a wait. It's going to be Feb 2020, so we're going to be waiting a while.
Valentine's Day. But yes, it obviously still keeps the sort of like the swag aesthetic. But interestingly, rather than going from the perspective of Eggsy, who was the previous guy in the previous movies, needing to be refined and groomed upward, this character is being pulled down from the heights of trying to be desperately valiant, pulling him out of the battlefield and trying to say, no, your skills can be more focused at the special forces level, at the spy level, rather than running straight into the cannon fire. But as you can see, plenty of explosions and gunfire to go down for everyone, and a pretty magical retelling of a very desperate and dark time in human history.
And I think also just the characters, this is such a layered story as well. It's a collection of history's worst tyrants and criminal masterminds.
And where people are taking poetic license, and that's fine. It's supposed to be just comic book stupid fun in a way, but they look like they're trying to be desperately topical too. You've got Rasputin, who is the evil Russian man who in this atmosphere right now, we know
Graham and Kat are definitely looking forward to this one. You can see they just, this wait for Feb 2020 seems way too long for them. JP, thank you so much for this. It's a good compilation of films. Let us know what you think on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. Are these the movies you're looking forward to watching? We want to hear.
I'll be back with more. I'll watch them both.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm looking forward to Frozen 2 more than Kingsman, because I'm looking to really let go of the song that is in. Do you want to build a snowman? I want to go outside. I need to move on to the next song now, so they need to get another hit.
I have a feeling it's going to be the biggest hit ever of the world. I mean, there are still people running around, little girls running around in little outfits. Anna outfits.
Olaf.
And Kingsman looks cool, man. I like it. And I recognize Rasputin, my World War I history knowledge.
It's there.
It's there.
We used to be best buddies, and now it's
Let it go.
What are we gonna?
Let it
Okay,
go.
bye.
What's up, guys? This is Ndando Duma. I'm a media personality, a TV presenter, actress, and a mother. Join me on the island, buy a Tropica bottle and see entry details on the bottle. Upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and the hashtag is TIOT9. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso Live on SABC3. We're checking out the latest movie trailers with our resident movie critic and guru, JP Sebastian.
Hello.
Hello. Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, yes. Adam Sandler, usually known for being a goof, for being a complete... Oh, man. Do you like Adam Sandler movies?
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, I think people these days, it's kind of maybe embarrassing to look on if ever you think of lines like, I pooped my pants, or stuff like that, and that you ever laughed at that kind of thing. Whatever. Maybe it's fine if you just want to switch off. But Adam Sandler looks like he's on the course to sort of reinvent himself, possibly. Which wouldn't be the first time he's reinvented himself. Previously was a movie called The Meyerowitz Stories, which was well praised by critics and all that sort of snobbish group of people. But Uncut Gems looks like the one that might even put him on the map for an Oscar nomination, is what some critics are saying. First thing that's really important to realize is that it's directed by the Safdie brothers, and most people won't know who these guys were, but they did the best movie of 2017 called Good Time, which also gave Robert Pattinson his chance to reinvent himself from sparkly vampire to powerhouse actor. And Adam Sandler apparently is pulling out all the stops for this. I loved Good Time so much, and it looks like it's got a similar sort of tempo and a similar texture and feel and aesthetic to this movie, where Adam Sandler plays this guy. He's a hustler in New York City, and he can't resist the next big bet. He can't resist taking up the next big thing that's going to risk his life, put money on the line, and threaten him with certain groups of people who, as you can see, they are being potty-mouthed towards him. And so it's from one bit to the next, and he keeps running through the city trying to find where he can score, make the next big score. But obviously, all the while, you're leaving a paper trail behind you of people chasing you for, hey, dude, you owe me. And so, but the character seems to have, similar to Good Time, if you pace a movie well enough, even if they're dirty, even if they're dark, like there's some part of you that enjoys the winning of the character.
Yes.
And so in this trailer, you see as well that there's just going to be the satisfaction of someone keeping the thing moving forward, even though it's so dangerous.
Sounds like the nail-biting type, because he's balancing business, he's balancing family, and of course he's got all these people chasing after him.
Yeah, but for some reason like there's no trepidation in this trailer at all. Adam Sandler looks like a dude on a mission of self-destruction. Anyway, tell you what, watch Good Time first. Definitely go watch this. We don't have a date in SA just yet. In America, it's coming out in December, but people are seriously saying Oscar gold written all over this because Oh man, these dudes know how to pace a movie.
Yeah,
Thrilling
it also
stuff.
looks like one of those, just like absolute blockbusters, uncut gems. Check it out. Okay, so The Irishman is also coming out with Robert De Niro.
I need a third adrenal gland. Robert De Niro, Al Pacino re-teaming for the first time since 1995.
Yeah.
Heat was the movie that they were in there, Michael Mann's masterpiece. Watch that again as well, Heat. But good grief, Martin Scorsese directing these two guys. It's the
Well, he's done The Wolf of Wall Street.
The Wolf of Wall Street. He's done The Aviator. He's done The Departed. He's done Taxi Driver. He's done Who's That Knocking at My Door? He's a master, and he's studied at university level of filmmaking.
Yeah.
So I don't need to tell you anything else. I mean, we could just sit here in silence.
Oh, but we're not going to do that.
Okay, sure. So the first thing that this trailer reveals is it puts to rest a lot of the fears that people had about this de-aging stuff. Because as you can tell, Robert De Niro does not look like that in present day.
Yeah.
Hey, you got Ray
It's a
Romano.
big thing, this de-aging
Yeah, they got Will Smith in the next movie, Gemini Man, is coming out like next week or something like that. Who knows, whatever. Where they've de-aged him too. But the technology looks like it's hit a place now where it's not uncomfortable for us to look at.
Yeah.
And they're not shy of portraying this in this trailer. Joe Pesci as well. Good grief. And also put through the de-aging mill. But the movie moves across 3 time spans, I believe. So as well as his super old age of this character who plays a hitman, which Robert De Niro is, the Irishman.
Yeah.
Retelling the story of how he was involved in the assassination or the kidnapping, or we still don't know the true story, in fact, in real life, of Jimmy Hoffa, the gigantic union organizer, that Al Pacino in this one.
Yeah.
And then, dude, you're asking me how. You're asking me how Oscar winners. No, well,
like, am I going to have a headache from listening to this?
Dude, this is not actual Irish people we're talking about here.
Right.
And it's Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, the guy who made The Godfather, the guy who made
some great movies.
The Deer Hunter, some of the greatest movies of all time. I told you, JP does not need to be talking at this point. All of you, and or what the feeling that I got from this trailer are going to, man. It's not just going to be like homage. It's not just going to be like, oh, here's Joe Pesci again.
Yeah.
I'm going to want to get hooked into every one of these stories for the 3-hour runtime that this movie is. Good grief. So America release is November, but no release date in SA just yet. As you can see by the person who the footage comes from, you might be able to stream this at some point too. But they're going to be releasing it on the widescreen as well, because this will also be grabbing Oscars, and that's the only way you can get.
You sound really excited about this one. I get really excited when you're excited, because then you get involved with the film, and hopefully when it does come out here, you'll come and give it a bit of a few popcorns. Yeah?
If I'm not exhausted by then at the excitement for The Irishman, as well as Uncut Gems. Don't miss that too.
Stunning work, JP Sebastian. Let us know once again on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. What do you think? Are these hits or misses in terms of just looking at the trailers? We can't wait to hear from you. Thank you, JP.
Ciao.
And
in the national news this morning, the Minister of Justice, Ronald Lamola, says the Special Investigation Tribunal will begin its work to recover billions of rands looted from the state today. The Special Tribunal is set to begin efforts to recoup funds lost by the state from corruption or irregular spending after regulations governing the tribunal were gazetted last week. Lamola said 14 billion rand could be recovered. The Special Tribunal will offer an alternative to the civil litigation that was previously followed by the Special Investigating Unit. The South African Police Service has embarked on a nationwide recruitment drive in an effort to bolster crime-fighting efforts. Police Minister Bheki Cele says the police recruitment has been hampered by a chicken and egg situation, as the government can't hire more officers due to economic restraints, while the high level of crime is impacting the economy. He said that the country's police officer to citizen ratio is currently at 1 to 383, which is far removed from the international standard of 1 to 220. Now moving further abroad, the Duke of Sussex has paid tribute to a British soldier killed during a counter-poaching operation in Malawi. Prince Harry yesterday laid a wreath for 22-year-old Matthew Talbot, who was killed by an elephant in May. He visited Liwonde National Park in the southeast of the country, where Guardsman Talbot worked on a joint mission with the British Army, the Malawian government, and the African parks. He said a major collaborative effort across agencies, borders, and continents was needed to end the poaching of animals in Africa. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has warned that oil prices may soar if the world does not act to deter Iran. He said failure to act threat could embolden Iran and lead to war, which he said would ruin the global economy. The prince was speaking after an attack on oil facilities, which he blames on Iran. He also said he accepted some responsibility for journalist Jamal Khashoggi's killing, but denied personally ordering it. Khashoggi, a critic of Saudi, was killed in Saudi Arabia's consulate in Turkey on the 2nd of October 2018. And finally, with the Rugby World Cup in Japan in full swing until November the 2nd, and 20 of the world's finest rugby nations showing off their skills, some of the biggest, strongest and toughest men on the planet are in action, as well as the heaviest. Weighing in at 151 kilograms, Tonga's Big Ben Tamafuma is comfortably the heaviest man in the tournament. Wales's Thomas Francis is 135 kilograms, the second heaviest. Thomas, who holds a degree in mechanical engineering, might not use his qualification in the literal sense, but the big man can certainly engineer himself around the scrum. Springboks Frans Malherbe and Eben Etzebeth, 124 and 123 kilograms respectively, are not too shabby weight-wise as well. Well, that was your final update on your Express News. Let's take a final look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Well, they might not be heavyweights, but they are through in our Rugby World Cup watch. Scotland have kept their Rugby World Cup hopes alive. That was after registering a 34-0 bonus point win over Samoa in their Pool A clash at the Noavero Stadium yesterday. This was Scotland's first win of the competition after losing in their opener against Ireland. First half tries by New Zealand-born Sean Maitland and Greg Laidlaw put the Scots in the lead early on. Gregor Townsend's men then added 2 penalty tries after half-time to secure the win. So next, Scotland face Russia, while Samoa will take on World Cup host Japan. I think Japan really keen on that semi-final berth now and well on their way. Then we move on to Scotland appearing in a different format. They, of course, led from the start to finish as we broached the ladies' game, scoring 4 tries in the first half against the Springbok women's side, who suffered a 47-5 loss at the City Park Stadium in Cape Town yesterday. Scotland added 4 more tries in the second half, making it 8 tries on the day to South Africa's 1. The Bok women's coach Stanley Robenheimer singled out poor defence as one of the main contributing factors to his team's loss. The Bok women will meet Scotland in another fixture on Saturday. Excuse me. And we move on to local netball action. Marties have now booked their spot in varsity netball's final for the first time since 2015. That was after clinching a nail-biting 62-60 win over defending champions UFS Kofsies in Bloem. Now face the table-topping Tuks, who beat NWU 57-38 in that second semi-final in Pretoria last night. So Marties capitalised on the home side's errors in the dying moments of that semi-final to end the match with a 2-goal lead. Tuks securing their home final and will be looking for that varsity netball win after losing in the final last year. And then Monday football action saw just one Premier League encounter. Heavyweights Man United up against Arsenal, and they played out to a 1-1 draw under the lights at Old Trafford last night. United's Scott McTominay opened the scoring in the 45th minute with a right-footed shot from outside the box, a screamer to the top left corner. The Gunners equalised 13 minutes later after a goal by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was awarded following a VAR review. The Gunners currently sit 4th in the standings, while the Red Devils, they've made their way into the top 10 finally. That's a wrap of your sport for this Tuesday morning.
Thanks a lot, Gmail. Let's take a final look at your roads. But first, we take a look at that petrol price update, which is petrol set to increase by 18 cents per litre, costing you 16.21 cents per litre, with diesel set to increase by 25 cents per litre, costing you 14.84 cents per litre. Now, this is due to drone attacks on 2 major oil facilities out in Saudi Arabia. And now we take a look at those roads, starting off in Soweto out in Gauteng on the N17 route. There is protest action before New Canada Road Bridge. Rocks are being thrown at motorists and traffic is at a standstill, so please avoid the area. In the Western Cape in Dunoon, there is protest action on the N7 highway before Richwood. The entire road is closed and causing heavy congestion, so please avoid the area and use Malibongwe and Counterman's Kloof or Tygerberg Valley Road as alternative routes. And after the trains, there is an extended travel time of 30 to 40 minutes on the Central Line. This is due to speed restrictions, infrastructure problems in various areas, as well as sets out of service. Do take it easy on the roads Braxton. This we'll do again tomorrow morning.
A zero-fee account with 0 surprises. Mm-hmm. That's different.
Money. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Kellen Kotsia for your sunrise from Cape Town, Dino Makuyane for your sunrise picture from Polokwane, as well as Trish Retief for your sunrise from Durban. Lastly, Carol van der Merwe for your sunrise picture from Germiston out in Johannesburg. These pictures look amazing. Let's read bright and early again tomorrow morning on Facebook, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. That's the page to send them to. And now we take a look at those temperatures. We start off in Polokwane. We're starting off at 9, reaching a high of 20, with heavy rainfall expected for Mbombela, 12. That's your low, reaching a high of 19 degrees. Occasional rain is expected for the capital city, Pretoria, 9, reaching a high of 22, with a light drizzle for Johannesburg, starting off at 8, reaching that max of 19 degrees. Mahikeng has the highest temperatures in the country, 10. That's your low, reaching a high of 25, with Klerksdorp coming through at 10 and 24. It's sunny out in Kimberley, 8. That's your low, reaching a high of 22. Bloemfontein, 6, reaching a max of 20. If you're out in Richards Bay, a couple of showers are expected for you today, 12. That's your low, peaking at 21, with occasional rain expected for Pietermaritzburg, 7, reaching a high of 20. Heavy rainfall for Durban, 14 and 21, with Mthatha at 6 and 19. A southwesterly wind of 20 kilometers per hour is expected for East London, 12. That's your low, reaching a high of 19. Craddock, high humidity for you, 4, reaching a max of 19, with Port Elizabeth at 12, reaching a maximum of 19 degrees. George, 11 and 18, with Sutherland having the lowest temperatures in the country today, 4. That's your low, reaching that high of 17. Cape Town, 11 and 20. It's nice and sunny today with high humidity though for Worcester, 8, reaching a high of 22 degrees. Springbok, 12 and 24. And lastly, temperatures out in Uppington, 10. That's your low, reaching a high of 25 degrees. And that's where we leave it for this morning. Time for us to switch the focus over to health discussion.
Now, every single morning when we turn on our TVs or you drive past your local newspaper retailer and you see the headlines, you realize just what a shocking reality we live in. The violence, especially the sexual assault against our women and children, is an atrocity that we can no longer stand for, and we must stand against. The statistics do show that we have among the highest incidences of these incidents in the world. Yeah. And it's something that we, as the Expresso family, and I believe as an entire South African family, feel very strongly about, that we need to stand against. And that's why we are engaging in these very, very important conversations.
And here to engage with us, we have a very, very brave survivor of rape in studio to share her personal story, her journey, and of course to share with us how this can be prevented, and of course the fact that it does need to come to an end. We need to give a very warm and welcoming hand to the beautiful Lynn Whitten in studio. You are an incredible woman. Thank you so much. I know that this is not easy, but you're here today, and hopefully what you're going to share with us will, you know, kind of just give us some insight as to how we can avoid a situation like that. I don't even know if it's possible in a country like South Africa, because at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that you go to certain areas and it's going to happen there. It can happen anywhere, anytime, and that is what makes it so scary, especially in the last few weeks when we've heard stories of Uyenene, who just went to something as simple as a post office. You go to a normal place, and I do think it's time that we need to talk about this, and that's why I'm so proud of you that you're sharing your journey with us.
Now, if I could firstly ask, I mean, this is a little bit kind of off the center, but how did you get to this point now in your life where you are able to use platforms like an interview opportunity like this to speak about your story and thus be able to empower people, uplift people in communities? How did you get to that point?
I think I was one of those women that didn't come out, that didn't share my story, that carried with me for years and years, and only as an adult in my 20s, after some things that happened in my life, realized that I can't go on. I'm living a lie. I'm living a farce, pretending to be one thing, carrying something else.
Yeah.
And I'd shared with nobody. And from that point, I've just become absolutely passionate about getting as many women together as possible to share their stories. Any opportunity I get, as I said yes before even realizing what I was saying yes to, because courage comes after you say yes.
Yeah.
Because I just realized the damage that it did to me and those around me for not speaking out. And I just want to encourage, you know, women and men out there that are carrying something that they're not sharing. You know, now's the time to step up. We're in a different space in South Africa. We're in a different place. You know, 40 years ago when I wanted to sort of come out and share, we didn't have as many support structures. We didn't have people like you that were willing to speak about it on national TV. You know, it was something to be ashamed of, something to keep hidden. And lots of us did, unfortunately.
And of course, that is something that we want to lift kind of the lid on today and say that you don't have to keep quiet about that. There is help available, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But you know, there are so many terms going around: sexual assault, consent. What is sexual assault first and foremost?
Anytime somebody does something, a sexual act, to an individual, male, female, child, without their consent, that is sexual violence.
Yeah.
Simple and as easy as that. And if you could broaden on the concept of consent, because that is a very crucial thing to understand. What consent means and when is it applicable and not.
Well, firstly, consent is not applicable under the age of 16. So even if I'm younger than 16 and I say yes to something, it's not consent. And that I think we need to understand. So any child or any minor, even if they said yes, it's still sexual violence. It's still rape.
Yeah.
And consent is when you say yes, when you physically say yes. When you say no, the answer is no.
Yeah. And it's not a kind of implied sense of consent. Oh,
no.
It sounded or it seemed like it is an express or an expression of yes. Very, very important for us to understand these at the beginning of this kind of conversation. We'd love for you to be part of it as well. So please do engage with us on Expresso Morning Show SABC3. That's our Facebook page as we tackle the scourge of violence against our women and children, something that we as a country need to address very urgently right now.
Bring home more than just memories of Mauritius with Club Med's all-inclusive holiday packages for families, friends and active couples. Choose from 3 Club Med Mauritius resorts and save up to 15% on your December 2019 booking with their early booking bonus. Extra bonus, kids under 12 stay free in Mauritius and fly free on Air Mauritius. Contact the agency by Club Med to book and visit clubmed.co.za for details.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
And we're back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are discussing the issue of rape in a country that has the highest, or one of the highest incidents of rape in the world. Shocking statistics. We know that our media has been awash with it over the last few weeks. Devastating, discouraging, disgusting, of course, occurrences of it in our country where women and children are not only raped, but in many cases killed as well. And it is something that we need to talk about. We need to eradicate, we need to bring to an end. Enough is enough. But we also need to know, of course, if it does happen, what happens next. Because sometimes so many of the survivors and the victims don't know what happens next. And I was saying to our survivor in studio, Lynn Witten, who's joining us and telling us her story, that it actually breaks my heart that this is a conversation we're having, because in so many instances it is happening. A woman gets raped every couple of seconds in South Africa. So it's a very real situation, but we can't turn a blind eye, and we need to be talking about this in terms of the do's and the don'ts, that if it has happened to you, what happens next immediately after that?
I think the most important thing to acknowledge that when you are raped or you've been a victim of sexual violence is to get yourself to a place of safety.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not in a place where you're safe, it's to get to a place of safety, and safety could be running to the neighbor. It could be calling one of the either rape line or lifeline or child line, if it's in the case of a child, to get you to a place where you feel safe. There are so many things which they say, you know, don't do, you know, don't take your clothing off. But in a situation like that, you have to acknowledge the fact that you're traumatized.
Yeah.
That you might not even remember your name. Yeah. You might not even remember the telephone number of a loved one. And you know, I would advise any young woman to keep the numbers of rape line and rape crisis on their phones as speed dial, or the number of a loved one that they can trust. You know, the person that you call must be somebody who's going to take it further and make an effort to help you. It mustn't be somebody that says, "Oh, shame this happened to you. Let's keep it secret."
Yeah.
You know that. So the person that you call, it could be a teacher, it could be a counsellor, it could be the police that you call. When you call somebody, that person, I call it the person of effort, who is then going to then phone somebody in authority, be it the police or be it in some cases they have to call emergency services. You will more than likely be taken to one of the Tutuzelu centres, which are rape centres attached to the national hospitals. So a rape victim is not taken into a normal trauma area. They do have special centres, and in that place, you know, evidence will be collected off you, which we'll talk about a bit later. So in the moment, if you have a cell on you and you've still got your cell on you, if you can phone, even just WhatsApp or even voice message a friend,
yeah,
because that immediately then records the date and the time. Let them know where you are, because then there's an immediate recording of where you are, the date of what happened, you know, and it doesn't have to be a long message. So that would be something really important. If you have been your clothing's been taken off, if you can pick up the clothing, even put back your underwear on. And keep as much with you that's available at the scene. And I know it's not nice talking about it, but those things can determine whether the person that has done this vicious, hideous thing to you actually gets caught and charged versus not.
Yeah. And it I think to some people out there, it may sound like the most logical thing to do, to collect as much evidence as possible. But like you rightfully said, in that moment, you are traumatized, and there's very little that one can do to explain what that means to somebody who has never been in that situation. But in keeping with that, what are some of the things that one should try to avoid doing completely?
One of the things that you should really try avoid doing is washing and getting out of your clothing, because your body now is part of the evidence. Yeah. And whatever they can collect off you is going to be so important. So try not going to the bathroom, and if you need to go, try and collect the sample so that you can take it with you, and to not take your clothing off and burn it, because you know, any situation you're in, you immediately feel dirty, you feel filthy, you feel shameful, you want to get undressed, you want to wash, you just want to wash the whole day off. I mean, we do it just coming from a day of work. You know, that's the first thing most of us do when we come home, we take our clothing off. In this situation, it's one of the things that you should try not to. And I'm just going to say, try not to, because so many times you land up, you do it anyway, and then you feel guilty about it. And the worst thing you need to do is start feeling guilty about all the actions you take or don't take after you've been through this. The most important thing is to be gentle to yourself, and that whatever you do is going to be normal for you. It might not be what the crime statistics say you should do, but know that what you need to do will be okay for you in that moment.
Lynn, thank you so much for being here with us and talking about this very, very important and urgent topic that we should all be talking about around dinner tables, around office, you know, water coolers. It's a discussion that permeates through every facet of our society, and we need to start talking about this. So please do engage with us on our Expresso Morning Show Facebook page. Lynn is going to remain with us for another chat very shortly.
Absolutely. Fantastic conversation.
Oh, thank you again to Lynn. I know, you know, what is the new normal? We are certainly redefining that from a South African perspective. But Lynn, thank you so much for very practical advice, which is at least the first step. And we've just got to keep having this conversation every day until we get more of this message across and help more people ultimately to help themselves to find that place of self-love again. But most importantly, in this case, get the evidence that we need. Very, very important conversation that we're going to continue in just a moment. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Absolutely. There is help. rapecrisis.org.za. Do check it out. Go out there. You can have a voice. Princess,
yes,
can you
Mama.
have a coffee and a croissant, please, freshly baked?
Yes,
Thank you.
with jam.
We'll see you in a bit. See you in a minute.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Catch Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition.
Wednesday evenings at 7:30 on SABC3.
As the remaining 8 contestants tackle a live 3-hour Expresso takeover.
Who will make the most of their time to shine and who will crack under the pressure?
It's all happening right here on Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition.
Wednesday evenings at 7:30. Repeat on Saturdays at 1, only on 3. The stage is yours. Own it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Of course, we are shedding some light on gender-based violence, rape in a country that has one of the highest incidents of rape and gender-based violence in the world. I'm talking about South Africa. And we are joined this morning by survivor, because she's incredible, Lynn Witten, as she shares more about her own journey and her own story. Lynn, You are such a strong woman, and I'm so incredibly just proud and humbled at the fact that you're using something that happened to you to empower other women through this particularly difficult journey, because many people don't know what to do next. What happens next? What did you do after the incident of rape that happened to you? And where does one even begin? Do you report it? Did you report it?
In most instances, or in a lot of instances, it's not a once-off occurrence. So with me, it wasn't a once-off event.
Yeah.
It occurred over a period of 16 years. So it wasn't something that's you know, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do something today. And for the first 10 years, I didn't know it was wrong.
Yeah.
Because often the person that is committing these acts of violence is somebody that you know, somebody close to you, and somebody that's convincing you that you're being a good girl by doing what they ask you to do. So in my case, that was the case. So it wasn't, I got up one morning, you know, went to the police. As I said, it only happened in my adulthood, when I realized that I'm raising two beautiful girls, and the danger of me not sharing is that I'm not healing. And if I don't heal, I can't help my daughters grow up and be beautiful and be able to face and be courageous in this space. So if I'm doing it for myself, I'm probably doing it more so for my two daughters and for every other daughter out there, because in this country, every daughter is everyone's daughter. You know, in South Africa, we've got to look out for everyone. So I went for help probably at the age of about 16, and the system was not what it is today, and I didn't get the help, and I didn't get somebody to go and chat to and walk this journey with me, and that's why it's so important now that we put things like this on TV and we let people know that there is actually an option. There are people to talk to out there.
If you were to give advice to the person of effort, as you described earlier on, the person in support who is contacted or spoken to about the incident, what would you have them know, understand, and communicate in the immediate moment?
You know, in the immediate moment is to make eye contact with somebody. You know, the worst thing that happens after you've been raped is that people don't want to make eye contact with you. They're looking everywhere else. It's like you're contagious in that moment, and it's to make eye contact with the person, to not physically reach out and touch them, because they might be fearful of the touch, but to let them know with your eyes and your body language that you are touching them with love, that you believe them. And that is the most powerful thing you can say to somebody is, I believe you. I absolutely believe you. Sure. If it's a minor and the child is younger than 16, whether it's your child or somebody else's child, by law, according to the Harassment Act, according to the Child Act, you have to go and report it to a place of authority, and you need to explain to the little one that you have to do that, and to take them along on a journey that you'll be with them on this thing. Yeah. It's not going to be they're going to tell you and you're going to go off into the darkness somewhere. You're going to be on this journey with them. And that's why I call it a person of effort. Because it takes effort to stay alongside a journey with somebody.
For anybody watching right now who has been raped, is there a helpline that they can call?
Yes, and you've got the number for rape crisis. To call that, it's a 24-hour number, and they will put you in touch with a counsellor, with somebody that will be able to listen to you and assist you on what you need to do next.
Well, Lynn, you have shared an incredible part of your story, and we appreciate that so much. Using this platform to speak to this very important topic, and I think you've really freed a lot of people's minds out there, and I really do hope that you found this conversation enlightening. Do engage with us on social media and tell us your stories, tell us about how perhaps you've been that person of effort, and through that you could be encouraging somebody else. That number is on the screen right now, and we as the Expresso family do say that enough is enough.
The
very important question. Are you taking care of your nerve health? Perhaps a question we don't really ask ourselves very often. Well, did you know that vitamin B plays a vital role in keeping the nervous system healthy? The full spectrum of B vitamins helps to maintain healthy nerves, and these vitamins are so important for your overall health and wellness. You've got to link the brain with the body through that nervous system. So Dr. Fourie, who's now become a good friend, joins us to chat more about this and the certain lifestyle habits that can help you be more active. Let's wake up the body. Let's wake up those nerves. Let's keep them stimulated. Maybe something you can reinforce for me is who is at higher risk of having a vitamin B deficiency, and maybe you can break down those groups for us, just so people out there might be able to apply it to themselves if they've picked up on some of the symptoms that we've covered.
So the thing about nerve health that you very correctly state is that we don't pay much attention to our nerves, and yet a lot of our diseases attack our nerves, especially our chronic diseases. So people with spinal problems, their first complaint is pain, and the pain is related to the nerve being compressed.
The message being sent.
Absolutely. The message is being sent up and down your spine. And but what we forget is that nerves are important in soft touch. They're your sensation. You get a condition called fibromyalgia. These people complain of pain throughout their body, so they've sort of got a heightened sense of pain.
Someone very close to me has experienced those symptoms.
So there's huge sort of debate about what's at the heart of
is actually going on,
and it's pain. And what is pain? But pain is something my brain is interpreting. It's receiving a message from the rest of me, and that's being transferred in my nerve. So perhaps it's a nerve problem. Well, it definitely is part of it. But then it's a circulation thing. So anybody with chronic pain, anybody who's taking painkillers on a regular basis, these are my really high target groups, because sometimes what they don't even know is, firstly, the painkiller is using the vitamins to do its job. And in the second case, if they had the vitamins in the first place, they may not have the pain. Maybe your body's not able to heal itself well. So it's stressing, it's going into a kind of a chronic fatigue strain, not a tiredness thing. So my body can't heal, can't replenish, can't restore, specifically a process called inflammation. Now, inflammation is at the heart of most of our chronic diseases. Body can't heal. It's trying, can't do it. It causes pain. It causes disruption of blood flow to different parts of my body.
And then, of course, when you enter into that state, then your body is using up all the nutrients that would normally be going to just promoting health to dealing with that specific
That is a
thing,
cool point, because I think people forget that your body's got like so much to do in a day just to like be here.
What would your advice then be, knowing that, to people who do fit into, or possibly are feeling that they fit into one of these high-risk groups?
I think I want to talk about this. We keep referring to nutritional. A very important thing about nutrition is that what I eat is not as important as what I absorb. So when you're taking a nutrient that has been scientifically tested, it's been modified to maximize absorption through my gut, because absorption through your gut becomes a real issue. If I don't, as I get older, my stomach actually makes less acid. So breaking down nutrients in food becomes more and more difficult for my body. So this is the over 50 group that becomes really a high risk group. And if you think about it, when are we getting our cancers and our diseases and our heart attacks? And it's all kind of this post 50 group, right? We're picking up things because our body's natural defenses are strained.
How do we combat a vitamin B deficiency?
I think the key term really would be variety. You just really can never move away from variety. There's the old rules of moderation in all things. So varieties as far as you can see. If you're not sure what variety means, think colours, variety of colours, variety of textures. Make sure when you look at your plate, if it's all golden brown, you're not close. You're quite far away. So interestingly, one of the most nutritious parts of your body to eat, but liver. So there's more vitamin C in a gram of liver than there is in a gram of orange.
I don't know how the orange won the PR battle for vitamin C, but we love our orange juice.
Well, that helps that we love it.
Maybe you can close out with one lifestyle tip, man to man, a lifestyle tip to support our nerve health specifically.
As part of a healthy exercise routine, I always recommend swapping it around. Don't just run. Don't just do weights. So the whole body needs to be balanced in the left side to the right side. Don't forget about stretching.
Well, this was probably the most balanced discussion I've had around vitamin B, so thank you so much. I think we've covered a myriad of symptoms. Remember that vitamin B deficiency is common and can be present in a various number of symptoms, but making it a little bit difficult to identify. So if you feel like you are at risk, maybe think about getting a test done or get their advice at the very least. But hopefully we've armed you with all the tools, the weapons to combat it.
The tools is
nice, Doc.
Lekker.
Good be well.
Good chat. Be well.
Be
oh,
well.
We nearly forgot.
So we all want to create a space that feels like it is more organic, authentic, like you can breathe life into a place. And there's a brand new place online now where you can actually order plants and they get shipped to you, Johannesburg, Cape Town. It's called Plantify, and we're going to find out about it after the break. Have you ever ordered a plant? Like, not flowers, a plant.
I've never ordered a plant online.
Yeah.
I've been to buy plants from a nursery, but never like to order online. So this
Now
is game-changing.
The nursery is coming to knock at your door.
Oh, well, that's great.
Coco.
On the next episode of The Next Brand Ambassador, the remaining contestants realize that the ball is in their court, as teams are determined by chance and the stakes get even higher.
Wow, what a team.
This is difficult.
We're not giving you free lessons, Nkanyi. You just have to catch up.
Anything that comes out from the she-devil's mouth is a waste of time.
That's The Next Brand Ambassador, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on SABC3.
Making an occasion out of a meal. The perfect atmosphere, even a show-stopping ensemble, is the level of taste that makes someone a taste master. That's SA's newest reality show on SABC3, where one individual will become the resident foodie on Afternoon Express. Record yourself preparing a dish. Tell us why you're a taste master and upload it onto Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag #TasteMasterSA. You could be the Taste Master.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back.
Ooh, nice.
That's called being in sync.
beautiful.
We're like Justin Timberlake and the other members of We're in Sync.
If they couldn't sing. It's well timed. Can you believe, guys, 15 minutes left of the show, just about.
On the first day of the month.
On the first day of October. But interesting times ahead, and we're still going to squeeze out as much as we can from the last few moments we have.
Well, because the world's first survey of the groundbreaking and internationally acclaimed South African visual artist William Kendrick is currently on at the magnificent Norval Foundation here in Cape Town.
Yeah, and Tabiso got to meet with the CEO and chief curator to gain a deeper appreciation and passion for that exhilarating world of art that just fascinates.
William Kendrick is awesome.
And
awesome.
In Sync, turn to the screen. There we go.
Nestled amongst the foothills of the Steenberg Estate in Cape Town is the Norval Foundation, which since opening its doors in April 2018 has housed some of the most impressive visual arts performances and architecture, and they do so in a space that fosters a deep appreciation for nature.
Adjacent to Table Mountain National Park with 9 galleries, a sculpture garden, outdoor amphitheatre, restaurant and bar and even more, the location lends itself as a must-experience destination.
Ilana, as CEO of the Norval Foundation and also having been one of the members involved in the inaugural team of the Zuidsmorka, what did it take to put this grand institution together?
Well, the vision wasn't mine specifically, it was the Norval family's wonderful vision to share art, to make more people fall in love with art and to discover art. And, you know, being part of the Zuidsmorka, you know, for me it was this amazing thing to have one institution, and I love the whole idea of having such a beautiful international institution in our city, but to have a second one, only opening 7 months afterwards, was like, you know, I didn't think I would see that in my own lifetime.
I think because it adds another layer to the existing art sort of ecosystem in the country and in the city. You know, there's fantastic institutions that we work alongside, but Norval Foundation has quite a specific identity.
The foundation serves as custodians of art. You regularly host a lot of collections here. Why is it so important to constantly look into the future and preservation of art in general?
I mean, it's been proven the value that art has in a community and in a society, and you know, it's got this incredibly beautiful influencing power, soft power. And I think what's beautiful about the Norval Foundation is it is this play between nature. Cape Town is known for this beautiful nature, but also then this cultural backbone. So it's both those plays, and we can see that it is very much loved, and people enjoy that.
The variety of contemporary art we've seen in this space speaks to two things: that we've got such great talent here in the country and also from all over the world. But the way that they've been able to make use of this space, both within the gallery and the surrounding areas, is impressive. How does the Norval Foundation make sure that the work that gets exhibited here is enjoyed to its maximum potential?
We've got a very strong focus on education and bringing not only all youth, but sometimes youth that is more at risk. We bring them through the exhibitions. We believe there's a value in bringing them here, you know, experiencing an exhibition like this. We constantly have lectures and talks, and we have a beautiful concert series, and the idea is to make sure that we reach different audiences.
You are currently presenting the first survey of internationally acclaimed South African artist William Kendridge. How did this collaboration and this partnership come about?
We had these dreams about, you know, inviting certain artists to almost respond to this space. And William was, of course, one of the first people we thought about. We brought him in, and he took up the challenge to create these monumental sculptures.
The artworks in the Why Should I Hesitate sculpture series, paired with a visually rich publication, sees the imagery from his operas and animations stepping off the page.
How do you continue to make sure that the foundation preserves the future of art, but also ensures that you're able to play in the global art space?
Well, I think by connecting South African artists and this local context to the rest of the world. So we, simultaneous to William's exhibition, we have an exhibition of artists from New Zealand, Lisa Rihanna, and so we're presenting a work of hers alongside William's practice. So the idea is that we start building bridges between a sort of global artistic practices or global context and what's happening here locally.
Just judging by the works that I've seen here today, I can only wonder what's next. What have you got lined up for the future?
So coming up next, we have two exhibitions. Michael Armitage, an amazing Kenyan painter who's done very well internationally. He will have an exhibition opening in February of a series of 13 paintings. In addition to that, there is an exhibition looking at the Sharon Art collection. So that's a collection of largely Pan-African contemporary art, and we'll be presenting that in about 2 weeks' time.
The Norval Foundation ticks all the proverbial boxes. If you're looking for that all-immersive visual art experience, this is the place to be. The next time you have a day to kill while taking in all of this masterful artwork, pay them a visit. You won't be disappointed.
So the question now is, are you a city dweller who's looking to bring their new space or their office space or maybe even your home to life with natural, beautiful, healthy plants? And do you struggle to keep your plants happy and healthy? Well, there is a solution. A new online urban plantery is here to make your life green and beautiful. And here to tell us a bit more about it is Andreas Keller, and he's the head gardener of Plantify. Good to have you here, sir.
Good to be here.
So you say you've been doing this for the past 2 years, and it's growing quite nicely, you say?
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, I started this business in my spare bedroom, and it's kind of just grown from there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me all about Plantify. What is Plantify?
So Plantify is an urban plantery, and we've kind of coined that term to distinguish ourselves from a nursery or garden centre.
Okay.
So it's very different. We cater specifically for urban dwellers, so people that go to the office, have a small sort of home, a flat or a studio,
yes,
and just need the plant experience to be better.
Yes.
Okay. So from like the selection of plants to the planter, the convenience of kind of having the plants delivered to your home, and then also like after the sale or after you've taken receipt of the plant, like how do you care for it?
Yes.
So we've got very detailed care instructions on our website, and we make those available to everybody. Yeah.
So even for those of us who have brown fingers instead of green fingers, you can find yourself being quite a good plant parent.
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
Plants are there for everyone.
Let's talk about how it first works. You want to get the plant to your house and how Plantify helps you do that. Yeah.
Sure thing. So I mean, you can jump onto our website and find the plant that sort of speaks to you. Whether it's a Care Easy plant or a water-wise plant, you navigate through the website and find exactly what it is that you like. Essentially, you can also then look for a planter that'll suit the pot or suit the plant that you're looking for. We obviously get the order, and our packing elves will get right on it, choose the highest quality.
Is that your packing elf?
Yes, that is one of our packing elves, actually. We'll package them super safely and hand your plant to a courier who will safely deliver it to your home. And all that's really left for you is to open the box, remove the plant, and place it in the space where you'd like to have it.
That seems pretty easy. Oh wow! And it arrives in the beautifully packaged pot plant already.
Totally.
Just like that.
Exactly.
I think one key thing that I would probably have as a concern is like you're going to be couriering it. Like I live in Johannesburg and now, or I live in Cape Town, and I need you to bring it through to here from there. Isn't the plant going to get damaged? It's got to travel a long way.
Yeah, they sometimes do travel a long way, but our packing elves have totally waxed the packing process. So they make sure the plants are really comfy on the trip.
Yeah.
And we use couriers that know how to deal with plants, so the whole process is pretty smooth.
Yeah. And as somebody who enjoys having, the look of fresh life in a household, I always just get so disappointed though when the plants just wither away, and I'm like, it's my fault. I should have taken better care of you, but I didn't know. But you say you kind of give full instructions on how to take care of the plants.
Yeah, absolutely. So like super detailed instructions for our plant aficionados that want to take it to the next level, but then also some very basic care instructions for people that just want to plug and plant basically.
Oh, the puns. Listen, so let's take a step back and you tell me about how this all started, because as I understand, you were a hedge fund accountant.
Yeah, so I started out in the finance industry and didn't last very long.
From bean counter to bean planter.
Pretty much, but I did have a little segue in between where I was working on a project that solar electrified informal settlements.
Yeah.
But then I needed a change from that and wanted to run an online store, so I decided to sell plants. Yeah.
And it's a passion of yours that's doing very, very well indeed. Eh?
Yeah, it emerged out of a sort of nascent interest, and that then grew from there. I mean, I started looking for growers that could stock really like Instagram-worthy plants. Yeah, I went on that sort of journey and eventually found a plant that everybody was kind of looking for, but you couldn't really get in Cape Town, which is a fiddle leaf fig, this plant over here.
That's a fiddle leaf fig?
A fiddle leaf fig, yeah.
A fiddle leaf fig.
A fiddle leaf fig, yeah. Yeah, and so I just started buying these plants, filling up my spare bedroom. Eventually then it spilled out into the passageway. And from there, the next space I had was my garage, but of course, there's no light there. So then actually took the plants on like a roster on trips in my car. On all my...
To give them some sunshine.
Pretty much.
Get them vitamin D.
Yeah, give them some vitamin D. And from there, Plantify emerged.
That's extraordinary, man. That's wonderful. We wish you all the best going forward. These look absolutely wonderful. And one more time, what's that website again?
So it's www.plantify.co.za.
Excellent stuff.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. So take a look at the website, give it a try, and let us know. Maybe you can show us the results of your order, and let's see how long you can keep it alive for. But like you said, you can help us keep it alive forever.
Absolutely.
Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll see you after the break, of course. We do have a competition for you. If you want to have these Insta-worthy plants at your doorstep. Now, for the great news that we are giving away a Plantify voucher to the value of 1,000 Rand. And all you need to do is visit plantify.co.za, have a look at the various plants, and let us know on Expresso's Facebook page which plant you would buy with your voucher if you did win. Terms and conditions do apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com, and the competition ends at midnight today.
This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curacao in the Caribbean. Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million Rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Unajifanya hunioni, labda mimi John Cena. Ulinifanya mfungwa wako, labda mimi Madiba. Sina plan, sina cash, hata pesa mi sina. Endo maana unanitreat kama niko. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, wow. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso live on SABC3. The excitement is peaking because Toni Braxton has come into the country.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Why are you waving cash in my face?
Look at it, guys. 2 words. Toni Braxton, the R&B sensational, living legend, really. Coming to South Africa, we know this, and she'll be performing her As Long As I Live in Joburg on the 9th of November and then Cape Town on the 12th of November. There are 2 ways to get tickets. You can either purchase them directly at ticketpro.co.za, or you can spend 180 smackaroos at McDonald's and stand a chance of winning double tickets worth 1,600 Rand. So just to inspire you, I thought I would help one of you get on your way.
So you went to the ATM, you withdrew 180
bucks.
By the way, if you didn't know, the exchange rate between smackaroos and rands is 1-to-1.
That's 1-to-1 directly, okay? Today, at least, it does fluctuate. So, gents, I'm going to put this up for grabs. I'm going to put it right there.
This is real, right?
This is real, man. Mandela's.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to put it right there.
Yeah.
We're going to play a little Toni Braxton game. You can't touch it.
I actually was about to ask Graham if you want to please just hit me with it on my forehead, just for...
I'll just throw it in the air. Okay.
No,
so we're going to play a little game. We've got 3 little challenges. Okay, I'm going to test your Toni Braxton general knowledge. Okay.
Why am I so nervous?
Because 180 bucks, bro. It's not 20 bucks. It's not $50.
It's 180.
It's 180.
I'm already making plans for it.
Which means you can imagine what you can spend this on at McDonald's. So, okay, are you ready, guys? What we're going to do
How
is
do we
we're gonna-
answer? How do we
Okay, you just answer truthfully and successfully, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is play you a little bit of a song, and you're going to just identify.
Make a noise or make a hit the table? How do you? Okay, make a noise.
Do you want to give me your noises then?
Okay.
Why do you have to go high pitch like I did? You could have chosen like a different
That's
frequency.
just his noise, because he knows when he gets excited, that's the noise he's going to make. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to need a hand in determining between the two of these very... You know, the dogs across the country are like, huh? What? Okay. So, Soundy Greg, our sound engineer par excellence, would you please play us the Toni Braxton song that the gentlemen have to identify?
Come on! You were literally a second behind me.
Yeah,
like quite
there was
literally.
daylight. The VAR would come in and say daylight between the two of you.
It can only be Spanish guitar.
Boom. Can we play it? Can we at least? I'm going to just say...
I was in your arms like a Spanish guitar.
It doesn't sound anything like that, but good effort. Okay. So did you notice that it just edged a little bit closer?
I did.
Yeah. I'm watching this, yeah.
So I'm going to give you now 3 song titles. You need to tell me which one is not a Toni Braxton.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Have you got your noises ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Please wait until I'm finished with the 3rd song.
Yeah.
Okay. Song option A, another sad love song. Song option B, Live Again. Song option C, He Wasn't Man Enough.
Yay!
You were slow there. Come on. Come on, Tubbs. I've got high hopes for you.
If my knowledge of Toni Braxton's catalogue is up to scratch, then I'd say A.
A is not.
Yes.
He is incorrect.
Okay, you realize that right now you cannot answer, right? Because you know why you can't answer right
Why?
now. Are you serious?
Another right answer.
We work on live television and there are directors in our ear.
But Kat, I have to say it.
I'm wrong.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Greg, you are so cruel.
Can we play that? Can we play that sound again?
It's like...
All right, but Kat is still in the lead with 1.
Yes.
Okay, this is an opportunity to catch up and possibly
Take the money.
Okay.
All right. I need the fuel, actually.
Okay, so I'm going to read you a lyric from one of the great Toni Braxton songs, and I need you to tell me what the missing word is to complete the lyric. Please wait until I'm finished the full song line before making your sound, but you can see it
Turn
there,
to
actually.
screen.
Okay, so...
Come on. You know it, yeah? Yeah. Undo this hurt. You caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life and cried these tears.
If it hits me, it lands on me.
I cried so many nights. Yes, baby! It's hurting like 180 rand in my pocket. Don't worry, me, I get it.
Won't stay here long, eh?
Me, I get it like John Cena.
Okay.
Wow, that's so amazing.
Will you buy us each a burger? Just a small little cheesy cheese.
Guys, I've got a family to feed, eh? I've got nappies to buy.
Man, that's right.
I've got nappies to buy.
So you could be in the crowd singing much better than us along to Toni Braxton's standards. So ditch your homemade lunch, head over to McDonald's, get your 180 randellas out of your wallet or your purse, spend it, or you can spend more and stand your chance of winning double tickets valued at 1,600 Rand. That is incredible. Incredible. For all of those details on the competition, you can go get the T's and C's at mcdonalds.co.za. Okay, wow.
It's getting weird.
Wow.
No, you know what was
so
cool?
hectic.
Listen, I don't know if you saw this the other day, but is it a month or so ago, Shoma Josie was on Colours on YouTube performing John Cena. Then it went crazy, viral. And then it went even crazier because Ellen DeGeneres got John Cena on her show to dance to Shoma Josie's John Cena. Kava.
Look.
As in look. Kava means look. Cover means look, you must play.
You must go. It's coming. It's coming.
Hey. Hey.
Yes!
Oh man, I love it. Really just putting our flag all the way up in the world map there. I love
really
it.
the end of the show. Thank you so much.
Someone act rough like John Cena.
Well, there's no law against doing that, man.
There must be.
I know, but well done.
Congratulations.
You must just.
I knew all the answers. That's the thing.
But did you though? But did you, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a silly. It's been a wonderful. It's had a lot of gravitas today. Thank you so much for being a part of our show. We love you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Adios.
Make someone smile out there. Bye bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.